Balls out.
What?
Balls out. Sports talk radio. Guys, let it all hang out.
Oh, don't tease me.
And talk about sports and more. Podcasts are available on iTunes. So come join the guys and let it all hang out.
I'll take Caps in 5.
That's I'm not understanding what you're saying. You're looking at who they're playing, right?
I do see that.
The
there.
Habs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you another chance. Go ahead. You said what now?
Caps in 5.
Huh, interesting. Loser. How do you do? Welcome to Balls Out Sports Talk. That was Bench being a fool from last week's show. He is here. I am the legend. And we also have a reoccurring guest, Mr. Miyagi.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Mr. Miyagi is here for two reasons only. To dissect that draft that's been going on, and also, more importantly to him and to the youngest who is devastated he can't be here today, is that show called
The Last of Us.
Last of Us. So we're gonna go head first into that because I think we've all watched the last episode and we all have opinions, strong opinions. Now, is it spoiler if we actually say stuff about the last show? I mean, you people have had a week.
That's true.
If I've seen
Right?
it, you've definitely had it.
Yeah, so we're not
'Cause I
gonna
don't watch
we're not
anything.
gonna give a poop, right?
No.
So we're gonna say what happened, and
That's why we'll address it now. Spoilers will be in the episode.
right, yeah, absolutely. And the top 5, interesting.
Top 5 TV characters that you hate.
Yes, not
Which
sitcoms.
is a good
just-
one because of that episode. There's a character on there you might hate. Maybe a couple.
Are you thinking about who I'm thinking about?
I don't know. I can't
Okay.
read your mind.
You've been reading it for the last couple of years. Weird that you can't now all of a sudden. Wow, what a quitter. So I hated it and liked it.
Hated the...
That last episode.
Oh, really?
Hated it.
Huh. I know you hated the first episode.
Oh, that was just horrible. Am
Which
I wrong?
I concur.
Am I wrong?
I'll
That first
read-
episode was
I'll
horrible.
read the text that I sent Youngest after watching it. But
Okay. All
actually,
right.
I don't
No,
know.
Yeah,
I
we'll
knew
talk
I,
about that
I
later.
knew the first episode was going to be slow, and
No, but admit it was horrible. Just admit it out loud right now, and you can continue on
all
the
right,
show.
yeah, it was pretty bad.
Okay. All right. So let's get to the
I
show.
have my
So
complaints.
corrections.
Ooh.
Oh wow,
Cam Scatterber
Oh, we
from
got
Arizona
the
State.
draft going on.
going to
as-
CGOC's New York Giants.
yeah.
That's a good. I think he'll like that guy. He's a tough worker.
Was he the one?
He's a blue collar.
Was he
guy.
the one that did the Heisman?
yes,
He's a scrappy.
No, I
gym
know,
rat
but
type
he
of
w-
guy.
yeah, no, he
I'm
was-
saying he's white.
But that was the one, right?
yeah, he did the Heisman.
Yeah. Yeah, he ran like he was gonna kill people.
Came from Sac State. Maybe.
Yeah. He ran angry.
Let's go Hornets.
White man angry.
Yeah, it's never one guy taking him down.
No.
It always takes multiple.
Yeah, you're not touching me.
Look
You
at
can't.
that.
Get down.
He's the
Get in the
white
chopper.
Earl Campbell. Is that too much?
No, that's right.
Oh, that's spot on. Look at him as a receiver. Dog. Get off me, boy.
Oof. Okay, so this is part of CGOC's.
Complaints.
Yeah,
Is that
I'll
we're
get to.
watching
I'll get
stuff,
to. I'll get to.
commentating
I'll
on
get to
and You
it.
can't see it.
I'll get to.
Sounds like a him problem, not a me problem. But
No, but I am. By the way, trying to get him and the Prodigy on next week.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll be interesting talking to a 12-year-old.
so how much Fortnite do you play?
So corrections and so forth.
Well, yeah, we'll start with CGOC's comments.
Okay, so
if you wanna get into
CGOC, this is what, and I love it when he tears me apart. Just love it. So
it. We always like the criticism.
enjoy the snot out of it. Let me see, where is it? You didn't understand because I had responded with, remember on the show I said, oh, if we were watching soccer, he would be undressing himself and
Yes,
running
yeah,
around.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. So he says, you didn't understand what I meant. It had nothing to do with subject. I don't have any issue with golf. I don't believe that for a second because he was a terrible caddy. Terrible caddy. I recommend listening to the show back. Maybe only way you will understand what I'm saying, or not just my constructive criticism. So then he called me literally after sending that because he thinks I'm a fool, an idiot that can't understand what he's saying. And I didn't until he said this. He says, listen, if you're doing a couple of seconds of something that's live and you go, oh, yeah, that's it. But you guys are doing the Masters while it's on and you guys are commenting on it. By the time we get it, we're not seeing what you're seeing if you don't listen to it live. And I said, you know what? I actually totally agree with what you're saying, because when you're listening to it on the pod, then you don't have that reference of what's going on. And it could be any sport. Because you remember when we did the UConn semifinal game?
Yes.
We did two different shows. We did our show, and we did just that, so you can hear how stupid we are.
Just the bonus.
Well,
hour.
right,
Yeah.
how stupid we are watching the game. So I agree with what he's saying, because there is.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
How am I ever supposed to send in clips of me for my audition to be
Right.
a commentator?
Right,
for the
unless you do
Masters,
it.
Unless I
Right,
do it.
right. Because Jim Nance is retiring
really-
in 54 years.
Yeah, you're just crapping on my dream,
Right.
CGOC.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't appreciate it.
Right. So when he explained it, I understood it. If it was live the entire time and people then they would, and you're watching it, it's a different dynamic. You get to see when we go, oh my gosh, what a great shot, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I did understand the criticism and I accept it, and we will be better at it. There will be, but here's the thing I did say. The Masters is huge for at least you and I.
Yeah.
Yeah. The eldest also.
Yeah.
The youngest,
The Open Championship, not that much.
not that much. But it's important to us. So it ended up falling on that time. And so that's my excuse on it. But we will be better on it because we are here to do the right thing.
Any interest here, Miyagi? Dr. Pepper Blackberry?
I mean, I'll give it a shot.
What was the one? Did you ever try the Coca-Cola Orange?
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Really?
That was so good.
Was it
That
orange
and
vanilla or
orange
just
vanilla.
orange?
I think
What
they
are
were-
we talking
I
about?
think they were both of them.
Those Coca-Cola flavor that they came out with, it was like an orange Coca-Cola.
I don't
He
remember
said
that.
he loved it. I never got to
You,
try
you're
it.
I know you're a Coke over a Pepsi guy.
Oh, 1,000%.
You also?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, both of you are wrong.
Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Caca.
No, Pepsi, the added a can is 1,000% better than the can of Coke. Now the fountain drink is a
Okay.
different story.
Interesting.
That's a different
What
story.
about the glass bottle?
Yeah. Coca-Cola glass
That's
bottle
what Eldest
clears.
swears by.
Well, it's the only thing you can drink,
Yeah.
though.
So no cane sugar.
Yeah, it's the only thing you can drink.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why he swears by it. But like the
He'll
2-liter bottle, when I was allowed to drink soda, it was Pepsi. I could not stand the aftertaste of Coke.
Huh.
There was something about it. Obviously, it was for peasants, while the Pepsi is for me, somebody like a monarch.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
obviously, we make as a superior product for people like me and a sub for people like you. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, let me do this then. Second to Echo Vacuums. Have we ever asked you what kind of vacuum you have over there at that house?
Yeah, I don't even know.
So you'd never use it.
Nope.
No,
You
God,
guys.
you have a maid, called
No.
mom.
I know I have one. I just don't know the brand.
Okay.
I think if I could guess, it'd be like a Honda.
Wow.
Actually, no. You guys are
A
Toyota
Suzuki.
people. No, you're Toyota people.
Suzuki. So racist. I love it. Never get a Tenneco.
I have one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Everyone has
they're-
one.
They're I know, which is crazy.
CGOC's got stock.
Yeah,
He
he
is
is now
doing
retiring
well.
because of this. Second Android phone. You don't have an Android.
Nope. iPhone.
Good for
No,
you.
he's a smart fella.
Good for you. Jersey Mike's. Have you ever had a sandwich from there?
Not in a long time.
Okay, now do you agree with me? The food is edible, but the pricing system sucks.
Yes.
Okay.
1000%.
Excellent. I love that. Suck at the Beatles. Way past your time. Before your time, I should say. They're not a rock band. They're just a boy band. That's all they are. Do you eat at the Heirloom? Have you ever had it?
Never been.
Never go, because it is awful.
It's pretty good.
It is terrible. It's a cafeteria-style crapshoot. Okay? Stay freaking away from it. It's terrible. Plus, you have to wait in line for food that is unedible, which does not make sense to me. Does not make sense.
I saw him eat it. I witnessed it with my own eyes. It's edible.
No, it's not edible. Next to is yours, I believe.
Suck it, Fox Rent-A-Car. Great prices, ship people. Fox Rent-A-Car. I finally rented my car for my trip this summer.
I guarantee it wasn't from Fox.
Went through budget. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
They might be on the list.
Yeah.
Never
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
And then Suck at Ohio State. I don't even think I've seen them have a player drafted. That's how bad they are. That's just.
I don't think that's true, but but I know what you're saying.
I haven't seen it.
I know what you're saying.
If I haven't seen it, it didn't happen.
So we have two comments. One from Lebowski 23. Great photo. I'm sure that's about you,
Yeah.
there, Miyagi. And then Vaha says,
We don't get this reference, so you'll have to explain.
I
it.
will. So, Mr. Miyagi from the movie,
Yeah.
he was Arnold
Okay.
on Happy Days. You know, the Fonz. Hey.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he was the guy that owned the restaurant, cooked, and what have you.
Nice.
So he's saying Arnold from Happy Days is on,
Nice.
being you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out Condog for the openers. Gave me
Thank
that
you,
list
Condon.
this week.
Yep.
Our top 5, we already said, right? Top 5 TV characters you hate.
Yeah.
Story
Top
time.
5 TV characters you hate. It doesn't have to be sitcoms. Just
Yeah.
it could be an hour-long show. Could it also be a miniseries?
Sure. Yeah, whatever.
Why not? Right? As long as it was on TV.
Day 3 of
Yeah.
the draft must be announced picks from places all over the world day.
Huh.
I feel like every
Yeah,
pick
that's
is
typically what day 3 is,
is
though.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the like orangutans.
Shador.
We'll get to all of that.
I feel like they
All
would have
that,
showed
all that,
Shador
all that,
being
all that,
picked.
all that.
Oh, I don't think he's allowing cameras in his house. Dante Thornton Jr. Any story time, Yagi?
No story time for me.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing from work?
Nah.
No. You get to go work in a different location.
Oh, I
soon.
get to go to Sacramento in 2 weeks. That's
For how long?
right now it's 3 days, so Monday
Oh,
through
that's-
Wednesday.
That's no big deal.
yeah.
helping out the other office.
Yeah.
Now, do they give you a car? You can get it from a Fox
No.
rental car.
No, don't go there. No, he gets paid for all the driving time though. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My story time. Back to our league games.
Where
this
do you
week.
coach again? Can you say?
Nah,
No,
rather
you can't.
not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me the other day, and I completely forgot where you coach.
No.
And I said I don't know. Okay. I got it now.
So yeah, back to our league. We got 3 weeks left of league, counting this week. So I guess 2 weeks left now. But playing the worst team in league, and so obviously,
you guys played the worst team.
yeah,
Okay.
this past week.
You guys last 9-1.
Obviously, the expectation is that we win, and we did end up winning both games, which was nice. But
Okay.
first game started off slow and then picked it up in the end, ended up winning, so that was nice. All of our hits up the middle or opposite field.
Oh, I love it.
Wow.
I
was
love
like,
it.
Hey, kids, this actually works.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Did really good on the base pass, caused some havoc.
Defensively, are we better?
We'll get to that.
All right.
We played well that game defensively.
Okay.
Maybe one error, so that's pretty good for us. Second game at home with our best guy on the mound, so obviously expectation we should win. And I think we made 6 errors.
Wow.
And
Like routine plays?
oh yeah, like ground balls
Right at you.
right at you, yeah, and then throws that are routine also, and just
Airmailing.
spiking them in the
Underthrowing.
dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, not great, but our pitcher was able to work around those. Left a lot of guys on base.
Not a complete game.
What do you mean? Him pitching?
He did not pitch a complete game with
He-
all the errors.
He could have.
and-
He actually could have.
Oh,
His
he
pitch
could.
count was pretty good. for-
Really, with
Yeah.
all the errors
Yeah.
and
He attacks the zone, and so they're putting the ball in play pretty quick,
Okay.
or he's striking guys out
okay.
pretty quick. So yeah, that was good. No, one free pass on a hit batter, but no walks. So that's really good. And then
I probably had it coming anyways.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And then our bats woke up eventually, got some big hits at big times, got into a little bit of trouble in the last inning because of some errors, and got a double play on a bases loaded, which was nice to get 2 outs there and only give up 1 run. And
Now, if there's a
up
guy
there.
on first for you guys
I've got to go to the restroom.
and there's a ball on the ground,
Yeah.
do you say this has to be an automatic double play, a routine?
It
Are you
should.
guys
Most of the time we're pretty good
so
at
you're
it.
good at it? Okay.
If they are clean, like we've turned a lot this year. Which
Okay.
Last year it was like we could not turn one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it is it's a foregone conclusion that we're going to turn 2 here.
Should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're going to go potty.
yeah.
Miyagi and I are going to talk.
Yeah, you're gonna do story time.
I may.
Okay.
You know, I want to see what Miyagi says about my story time.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Miyagi, I played golf Thursday morning around 6:15. And it was the coldest day of the year.
How cold was it in the morning?
It was like minus 35.
Jeez.
Yeah, minus 35 in Fresno, California. I did this literally saying out loud when asked to do this is not for me. My body can't do it when it's that cold, and it won't hold up. You know, he is killing it in there.
Yeah.
He went to the bathroom last week on the show, and he literally went for 2 minutes straight. You can just hear Niagara
the
Falls.
stream.
You can just hear Niagara Falls just going. So I was telling you guys earlier, I would take 2 clubs more just for yardage sake, and I would still be 15 yards short because I was that cold, that tight, I couldn't swing. And it all changed on hole 17. Just flushed it. Then flushed it on 18. Flushed it. And then get on a driving range after it and just start flushing balls. But by then it was 104.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so the body.
You had a 16-hole warm-up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was. What kills me is, you know, my expectations now of how to hit a ball and be consistent are very high. And then when you do that, the setback in your mind, it's devastating. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I was so frustrated not being able to consistently hit a ball, and I blame the people that I went with, and I told them I hate them because they put me through this.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's crazy when you play at 6:20, 6:15 in the morning, and you just finish, and it's like 9 o'clock when you're done.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing to think about. You
Yeah.
know, maybe 9:30 at the most, but you got the rest of your day.
Yeah, you still
you
have the
know,
rest of your
it's-
day doing
yeah,
everything,
It's
yep.
freaking phenomenal. But I would do it in June, July,
Mhm.
August, right?
Right.
Where it's when you wake up, it's 104.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And you're just sweating. But I cannot do that again. You know, I used to do this when I was younger and played in tournaments, shotgun tournaments early in the morning, and it wasn't a big deal. You know, I can't do that. My body's so just destroyed.
Yeah.
Sucks getting old, man.
I feel you, dude. Some days I wake up and I'm just like, dude, my knees hurt in the morning. And I'm like, it's cold.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason.
Yep. And the achy, everything,
Yeah.
every single freaking day there's something. I hate it. God, I sound like an old man now. And I'm only 23.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is what's crazy. Only 23 years old. Sounds so old. Is the draft a huge deal for you?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, now, is it a huge deal for you because of your team or just seeing what other teams are thinking and what direction they may be going in?
I would say more than the latter.
Yeah.
I want to see
Okay.
what teams are doing and where they're going.
Okay, so let's start out without him real fast. What did you take away in the first round? Like the biggest thing that came out of the first round for you?
For me, it was the amount of interior linemen like D-line and tackles
Okay.
that were all being taken.
Yeah.
Just because you saw what the Eagles do. The NFL's a
So the
copycat.
copycat league. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And so what did everybody do?
Yeah.
They drafted both lines.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, who's the biggest impact player in the first round?
Who's gonna be the biggest?
Yeah.
Basically rookie of the year then?
Sure.
Ooh, man, that's a tough
Am I okay? Let me say this, and you tell me if I'm wrong. Out of my mind, you're nuts. I think it's going to be Hunter. I think he played for Dion, who basically is the same guy. Right? Dion
Right.
played both sides of the ball. Right?
Right.
Here's a guy that's played both sides of the ball. His impact, I think, it's going to be immediate. Not that the other ones won't. Right?
Yeah.
Now Ward went
One.
first.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see him coming out right out of the gate and being successful?
I don't.
I don't either.
I don't. I have to see that offense and what. I don't even know who their offensive coordinator is.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
either, right? But I think this kid at number 2 that went,
Yeah.
he's such a impactful player. He's legit.
Yeah. I think Jency could have a pretty quick impact too.
That's
as
a
well.
good call. Yeah, that's a good call.
But yeah, I mean Hunter. Hunter's just gonna be. It depends on how much. Like, where does he play the most? Is he gonna play the most on offense or is it gonna be defense?
What do you think he's better at in college? What do you think he was better at?
I would probably say he's better at corner. I mean, like
Really?
for wide
Okay.
receiver, like he was. I mean, he was fast, but I'm not. He didn't have like a route tree, in my opinion. It was just all like down the field, or it was mainly screens and then him just outrunning everybody.
Right.
But I like in terms of him being a corner, I thought he was pretty good.
Okay.
So
you're not sold on me saying he would be the most impactful then?
no, I can see it because like look at him. He won Heisman because he played both sides of the ball, and
Yeah.
everyone thinks snap count is a
big deal.
stat.
Yeah.
That matters now. So
Do you think that burrito went right through him?
oh yeah.
That I mean,
You see how fast he ate that burrito this morning?
he did. He did eat fat, and he did use the salsa. And
yeah.
I
It
encouraged him not to stay away from green. I did. I said, stay away from green. What he's doing in there right now, I don't know if this house can recoup from what's
I don't
going
know.
on in there.
You might have to call the plumber out
That's
here.
what I'm
after,
saying.
Yeah.
I may have to have this whole
Paint's
house
chipping off the wall.
repainted.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it is. There's a battle going on in there.
Make
and
sure we open up a couple windows.
Oh my God! I hope he does the exhaust in there. There's a timer for at least an hour. You can do at least 10 minutes. You know, I mean, help a brother out here. You know, my God, what happened in there? They're gonna write books about. Maybe a movie. Who would play him? That gay guy from The Last of Us could play him. You know what I mean?
If he
What's
still
his
had
name?
his beard.
What's his name?
I only know him as Ron Swanson.
Okay.
I don't know his actual name.
Abelhoff or
Nick Offerman.
Ah, there he is.
Yeah.
you all right?
You were correct about the burrito. And probably the salsa. Man.
You know, this is true by Texas
Texas
Joe.
In the bathroom on company time.
Yeah.
Getting
You
paid,
know, you're gonna
getting
get
paid
docked.
to poop.
You're going to get docked.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I write the checks. Still no Shador?
Did you hear
Nope.
any of that?
Yeah. I would I think for me it is between those two, Ginty and Hunter, as far as immediate impact.
Okay, so he thinks he'd be better on the defensive side. And
I share the same
You do?
sentiment. The
Okay.
accountant, who is a big NFL draft guy as well, though, was saying receiver, he thought. I'm not sure why.
now,
But-
here's the thing. You don't think he's a good route runner? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. He got away because you're not playing against pros, right, in college? So
Yeah.
you don't have to be a great route runner. You just have to outrun people, right? And then the
Yeah.
ball gets thrown and you go get
He
it.
is really good as far as playing the ball in the air, like contested catches and like being able to time, his
we know
jumps
his
and going
size?
for the ball. No, but I can find it.
I mean, is he a strong guy where he's going to out muscle a guy that's 225?
No NFL corners are that big.
No? 220?
Says he's 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'll have a weight on here. Let's see. 6'1",
185.
185.
Okay, so not very.
That definitely
Strong.
fits both corners and
Yeah, okay.
receivers. So
Oh, and he's from Florida too. I didn't know that. Going back home.
good for him.
So what's the biggest takeaway you had from the first round?
I mean, the biggest takeaway was no Shador in the first, and then it ended up being the second and the third, and then still now in the fourth, still no Shador.
Right. But a lot of people are saying that trade.
To get Hunter?
Yeah. They're saying that's
moving up together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a massive story.
I had seen a lot of stuff about the Jags moving up, but the stuff that I had seen was moving up to like 5 to grab Jinty, someone like that. I didn't really see them going up to get Travis. Now, they gave up what? They gave up this year's first round, obviously, like the Browns moved down a few spots, and then I think a first round next year as well, if I recall. So, I mean, I think it's pretty good for the Browns. Like, they still got one of, if not the best, D lineman in the draft, Mason Graham, and they have an extra pick next year. They're probably not going – the Jags are probably not going to do anything like
They are in an easy
extravagant.
division, though.
They are, yeah. But presumably it would be another, top half of the draft pick next year as well. And the Browns, I don't think, are going to be that great, so they'll have 2 top picks again next year. So, yeah. I think that Tyler Warren guy to the Colts is pretty nice too. He's the tight end from Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of Dallas Clark. He's just a white guy who's big, can get the ball.
Not Witten.
I think more athletic than Witten.
Okay.
Witten was very good at. He was like that Antonio Gates kind of style of like understanding where he can sit in the zones. Good route runner, good hands, that type of thing. But wasn't like athletically gonna.
Who was the one before Witten? For Dallas?
For Dallas? Oh gosh, that's
During
a long
the
time ago.
90s with
Wouldn't
Emmett
know.
and what the heck was his name? Why am I forgetting it? The
Beats
guy
me.
was a stud. Can you look it up for me for the love of God?
I'll try. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll just search 90s Cowboys tight end.
Yeah. What the heck was his name? He was a monster. Yeah.
Novacek?
Jay Novacek. Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah. More, but you don't know him. You don't know how he
No.
is because this guy was a little more athletic than Witten. Witten, my favorite part about Witten, he would always get the ball. If he caught it at 8 yards, an 8-yard pass, he would get 8.5 yards.
Yeah.
He would immediately go down, it seemed, and it just drove me nuts.
Vaha's biggest takeaway is the racism for not taking Shador in the first round.
So let's get into that
Yeah.
real fast.
Begs the question.
So there was this. You remember the guy, the congressman that pulled the fire alarm, a couple of years ago? He didn't win again. He got replaced in a primary, but he came out and said it's racism on why he wasn't drafted because he has the chain and he talks like a rapper.
Oh.
Now, this is a league predominantly of black athletes.
It is.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about the racism part of that, unless he's saying because he's a quarterback, they don't want a black quarterback. But there are plenty of black quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, Cam Ward just went one.
That's right. So
Yeah.
it kind of is silly, but he's throwing out his appearance and the way he talks is the reason why. Could it be he's just not that good? Miyagi.
I think it has to do with everything that everybody's talking about. It has to do with his play. It's got to do with his attitude. And on top of that, it's just got to be like the distraction that he's going to be. And then finally, it's just teams might want to wait for next year, because next year I think the draft there will be better quarterbacks in this year's draft. So I don't think there's one singular reason. I think it's literally all 4 of those reasons.
Okay,
Together.
but you're Cleveland Browns. You're telling me in the 3rd or the 4th, he's not a guy that you would just take a chance on?
I think for the distraction of it, no.
Okay.
Like I said, because if you think about it, right, if they took Shedeur in the 3rd, they still go 3 and 14, right? They'll still have, like Dalt said, they'll have 2 top picks. They'll have 2 top
What
picks.
happened?
Name drop.
Oh, I just heard it. Yeah.
Bench.
Gosh darn it. Wow.
This pod won't be up for a week and a half.
Is this your first time on the show? Hey, it goes right in there. $1 right there. Yeah, throw it in
They'll
there.
throw an IOU to you.
Unbelievable. I mean, come on,
Hey,
rookie.
that was our first time.
Texas Joe wanted to point out that some of the big names next year: Mikey Keene out of Michigan,
Okay,
Yep.
dude.
Stacked QB draft. Go Blue. I forgot about him in Michigan.
He's going to start.
Please no. Yeah, he is going to start probably, and then the season will be over, and then they'll go to that number 1 recruit that they got.
Yeah.
Oh, Cardinals are coming up here. Yeah, I don't know.
This is what came out from
yeah,
anonymous NFL coach.
anonymous.
What did I say?
Yeah, anonymous.
Yeah,
I'm just laughing that
It
it's
does,
anonymous.
but was the worst formal interview I've ever been in my life. He's so entitled. He takes unnecessary sacks. He never plays on time. He has horrible body language. He blames teammates. But the biggest thing is he's not that good.
Yeah, it's like you could look at it a couple different ways. Like his O-line was terrible both years that he was there, and he was constantly running for his life, it seemed like, and he still made some great plays. So it's like, if you put an O-line around him, would he be a little better? Because from what, like, as far as the positives, I thought he was a pretty, like, very accurate passer. He seemed to make good decisions most of the time, I thought, for, like, when he had time. It didn't seem like he was throwing it into traffic or anything, but I don't know.
Another longtime AFC executive, unnamed.
John Lynch.
It didn't go great in our interview. He wants to dictate what's going on to do and what's best for him. He makes you feel small.
You think that's from his dad coaching him?
I don't,
Like you were saying, like everything was built around him.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, wouldn't you do that?
If it was your kid?
Yeah. You would try to highlight what's he's good at and try to hide what he's not, right?
Yeah. Then why didn't you put an O-line around him?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Which also could tell you that Deion Sanders is not a good head coach and not good at player personnel, like what the team needs.
Yeah, it's a tough what do you call it, landscape of college football right now with the whole transfer portal thing.
Yeah.
Like on one hand, yeah, he could go get whoever, but it's hard to get guys to go to a school like Colorado when they might already be at a bigger time school, you know.
For more money.
More money, better, like just better facilities.
I know this is
better, all that.
I know this is a long time ago when Jim Calhoun came to UConn. Okay, it was nothing. It was a doormat in the Big East. It was a doormat. No, the biggest thing near Storrs University
Walmart
was a Dairy Queen.
Nice.
Do you know what I'm saying? It was farmland out there. There was nothing.
That
There's
might get
nothing.
me to go.
So what I'm saying is
Blizzards.
you had to get the first guy, which was Daniel Marshall. He had committed to Maryland, something about grades and what have you, ended up going to UConn. Well, that opened up the door of getting more and more recruits, right? So How about if you're that guy that came over and then next thing you know, other guys want to join? Here's the thing also are these kids that far removed? Is Deion Sanders that far removed from being like Deion Sanders that you would think the black athlete would want to go and play for him, just because of who he was. And it didn't seem like that happened.
Well, I mean, if you're a potential like NFL draft pick,
I wouldn't go to him.
What are scouts going to look at? Are they going to look at, he played for Deion and, he's got a guy who has NFL experience coaching him? Or are they going to look at this guy went to Georgia and Georgia just breeds NFL players? And
right. Or you go to Michigan or Ohio State or, these type of schools, Alabama.
Not Ohio State, but yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Suck it.
Voss said entire Ohio State team first rounders.
You're getting
all
trolled.
32 picks.
You're getting trolled.
All right, let's see what the Cardinals do here. What do the Cardinals do? We take Shador, a little backup action. Him and Kyler.
Oh,
they have gone. Oh, they took an Ohio State guy.
Wow.
No.
You can't even like that team anymore.
I'm a free agent.
How quickly do you forgive that and then like him? Is it like 6 months into his career or
Third team all Big Ten? Get out of here. They've gone all defense, 4 defensive players.
Because your offense is so stacked.
I guess. Yeah.
who did they take in the first round?
Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss. Yeah. Apparently a freak athlete, but a lot of inconsistencies in his play. Like, sometimes looks amazing, sometimes doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. So.
You're president
Just
of
what
the
you want
United
out of first
States?
rounder.
Yeah.
You're president of the United States?
Trump? Yeah.
He says NFL owners stupid for passing on him about Sanders. Now, this guy knows football.
I mean, he's trying to get Dion in the cabinet.
That's right. That's right.
Dion, Secretary of Defense.
They did not expect this. I remember, I think it was you, Miyagi, that said that he could be the first overall, if not the first quarterback at least taken. What the hell happened?
I have no idea. But like I said, I think it just goes to it's not necessarily one reason. It's a multitude of things. And
I like what you're saying about the package, that entire package, what you're going to have to deal with. Do you really want that headache? Because it was the Colin Kaepernick thing after he supposedly got blackballed. And then would you be a team why would you want that headache of bringing him in?
I think one point that Miyagi made at the gym this morning was if a guy like that with the ego and the, how highly he views himself, which not saying that other guys don't have that same view of themselves, but when you draft him, like, he's coming in expecting to be a starter. Is he a guy that will accept that, hey, you're going to sit behind someone for a year? Like, you're going to sit behind someone for 2 years. And
do you think during the interview process, these executives and coaches realize he isn't that guy that's willing to? Because that one executive said it's all about him.
Exactly.
I bet they could figure that out in 5 seconds.
Yeah. Like, you can tell when you're talking to a guy if he's more of a team guy or more of a me guy. So
is this in your lifetime the biggest avalanche of a fall that you've seen? Because Aaron Rodgers, that happened. They had to take him out of the green room.
And that was only the end of the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So that was a so-called of an embarrassing situation for him.
Was he at the draft? Shador?
No.
He wasn't. Okay.
See, now that tells you
he knew that
he knew something, right? That tells you right there that he knew something if he didn't show up.
Maybe he just didn't want to go to Green Bay. I don't know.
Who would at this time of the year?
Looks nice.
I bet you can't play golf at 6:20 in the morning this time of the year.
The courses are barely open.
But what about like I feel like if the talent was there, they would have taken him. because I feel like a good comparison to this is LeVar Ball, and I don't even Lonzo.
Doesn't
And
matter. It really doesn't.
LaMelo.
But like their talent was there, but they had a dad.
Jello.
Yeah, they had a dad that was moronic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
yeah, and still is.
yeah.
Yeah.
But their talent, is it equal to Sanders' talent?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that
I
if
mean, LaMelo's been pretty darn good.
Has he really?
He's had a pretty good career for a
This
young
at least
player.
10 years? Or is that the youngest one?
The younger one.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No, Lonzo is kind of he
He's
got
gotten injured and stuff,
Yeah,
but-
he's kind of faded away.
Okay.
but he does commercials. So.
Oh, good. It's all about the commercials.
No, yeah, the younger one, he's been pretty decent.
With who?
I think the Hornets.
The Hornets,
still?
yeah.
Not a great team, but he's been pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the NBA. No one cares.
Nobody watches.
Do you watch?
I don't watch as much as I used to. I used to watch a lot.
Like 3 years ago, you were watching the heck out of it.
I don't even know if it was 3 years ago. I'd probably
5
say,
years ago.
5 years ago.
So
for sure,
with
I
the
was watching
Warriors
that.
run, you were invested like crazy in it.
The beginning of the Warriors run. Yes.
Okay, so you were invested like crazy. So what made you stop watching it? That they're not good anymore? And don't take it this wrong way. You're a fair weather fan, or is it because the product is so bad?
I just combination of all of those things. I
Okay.
would say
All right.
there's not really one thing that I can pin it to. I just
Like to
When-
me, the product is so bad.
yeah.
If we had this conversation in the 80s, okay, it was right there with the NHL with me,
Mhm.
right? It's just like, so you you watch that game and then you go to that NBA game. Then you go to hockey, I have zero interest. I'd rather watch Batman than watch an NBA game because that's more competitive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pickleball.
Oh.
I don't know. Have you ever watched it on TV?
Yeah.
They did the celebrity ones like Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf were playing against two obvious former phenomenal tennis players, right? And they were playing against two other tennis players. I forget who they were. And it seems interesting, but I don't like that thing where you can't go into that front area.
The kitchen.
Is that, yeah, but I can go in the damn kitchen if I want to go in the kitchen. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You tell me I can't go into my own kitchen.
So why do you think Mel Kiper had Shedeur so high? Was he not taking into account the personal stuff and just looking at the tape of
Yeah.
his play?
I guess I would say so. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about Mel Kiper. If you look at Mel Kiper's career as far as being correct to being completely
Looks like
wrong,
the Texans are only drafting guys from teams that wear a
red.
Cardinal jersey.
How many times has Mel
They
Kiper
only
been?
took Big Ten guys.
2 Iowa State,
Oh,
2
no, that's Big
USC,
12.
and a Minnesota.
How many times has Mel Kiper been right?
A lot. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. So I mean, I remember years ago he had this battle with Irsay because Kiper says, that
Ryan Leaf. Is it that one?
I don't know I think it was pre that. I think it was pre
Oh.
that. And they were going at it, and Irsay just tore him a new one. Who the hell are you? Like, I mean, what have you done in the NFL to tell us what we're supposed to not? It was phenomenal, but yeah, Mel Kiper, you know what he is? He's a self-made man. I have respect the hell out of him on that he's made a niche in something that somebody else didn't think of, right? But other than that, why am I who are you? You know what I mean?
He's been around.
No, yes, that's the thing you can't say. He's
Seen
been
a lot-
around.
Seen a lot of
Yeah.
football.
Sure.
Sure. Vaha said kitchen, best room in the house.
It really is when you're hungry,
For some,
right?
Yeah.
When you're hungry, it's really a good room. Yeah. I love it.
What did you have for me on Jerry Jones? What, did
Jerry
he?
Jones. Jerry Jones.
Did
So,
he made a really good pick?
so let me ask you a question. Did Jerry Jones make a trade at all?
I don't think so.
So this moron who is leading my team into the abyss says the Cowboys are working on pretty substantive trades ahead of the NFL draft.
Ooh. Gets you excited?
Anything happen? Anything at all?
Not that I know. No.
Did it like it's earth-shattering move?
He's working on it. Okay, give him some time.
Well, we're in the 15th round right now.
He meant for next year. Next year.
Yeah,
next year,
see, now there's the caveat. I didn't realize.
It's like the Jim Nance thing. It's 12 years away, but he's working on something.
I am going to retire from doing the Masters.
Jerry's,
Oh, you are?
He's been
Yes.
scouting local junior highs. He's getting prospects early.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim Nance, you are going to retire. That is amazing. Oh, yeah. So next year's, 2035. So 11 years from now.
Basically, when he's dead, he'll retire.
Retiring. I mean, my God. The stupidest thing ever. Yeah, Jerry Jones, moron.
yeah.
I mean, here again, you're.
Let's see how it plays out. You never know.
Do you understand what round we're in right now?
There's a punter he's been eyeing in the 7th round. He's gonna make a move. This guy's gonna change.
That is our biggest problem
he's
on the
gonna
team.
flip the field.
That is our biggest problem on the Cowboys roster is that punter, not the quarterback, not the defense,
No,
not
they're solid.
It is that quarterback. I mean that punter that we need. Unbelievable.
Yeah, who did the Cowboys? They took a lineman with the first
Yeah.
pick out of I think Bama. Solid guy.
Oh, I'm not like
You know who he played for?
I'm not disappointed in
You know who he played
who
for?
played for.
Tell him.
Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm not disappointed. He's over there like it's his father. I mean, look at him. He played for my dad.
Kalen DeBoer.
He was so proud of that.
You know where he coached?
Alabama?
Fresno State.
Alabama?
Nah,
Washington?
Fresno State.
I'm not saying it's not a good move, right? I mean, you need a position like that. I get all that. But, what I'm looking at is year after year, you've just made stupid decisions. To pay a guy that much money at quarterback that is one of the bottom feeders in the NFL quarterbacking thing is insane to me. And then to say he's going to do some major stuff
Got to pay your guy.
in this draft.
Got to pay your guy.
Yeah, whatever.
When he's the guy, you got to pay the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
I'm trying to pull up who the Cowboys have taken. Let's see. Got a guard from Bama,
Mm-hmm.
edge rusher from Boston College, and a corner from East Carolina. And they don't pick again until the 5th round.
I don't have a problem with any of that. Because here's the thing.
Big
you can
moves.
throw a dart on the board with your eyes closed. You're going to need that position.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? How many guys on that Cowboys roster would you say that they're the only guys that you can't get rid of?
CeeDee Lamb.
And there's one other on the defensive side.
Deron Bland.
Oh.
That other guy, Parsons.
There you go.
He's going to leave.
Other than those two, put them all on an aircraft
Oh.
and ship them into Mars, and I'm okay with.
Speaking of that aircraft that's going to Mars, Devin Williams. He on that aircraft?
Devin Williams.
Yeah, the closer for the Yankees.
I know. I was gonna wait for the Major League
MLB.
Baseball talk on it.
Yeah,
Was I right about him?
I watched it.
Was I right about him?
Wasn't good.
Was I right about him?
Early in the year.
Okay.
A lot of season
Early
left.
in the year, was I right about him?
Yeah, it was pretty bad what I saw.
Okay.
Missed a couple spots.
You just don't want to answer this, Congressman?
He hit a guy. Left a pitch hanging out over the plate.
And he does every time he
okay.
takes the mound.
Texas Joe, have you done golf talk yet? No, we'll get there. Don't you worry. After the draft, we're going to flip it over to the Zurich Open. Give you some play-by-play.
There is such stuff to talk about there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man. Miyagi, do you want to touch on this
Does
last
Texas Joe still talk to Texas?
one? Texas Com?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're buddies still.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, as far as I know.
I'm just wondering how he feels because because the winner of the NCAA bracket got his 2 shirts already.
Oh wow.
That
Does second place get anything?
no, it's just a pat on the back saying congratulations. Who was in second place?
Yeah, I don't know. Some smart kid, that's for sure.
It's Miyagi.
I know. Yeah, you get a hey, nice job, kid. Nice job. Yeah. So I was just wondering how Texas Com feels about who was it that won? Pepperdine.
Yeah.
Pepperdine. Yeah.
Already got a shirt?
Got both shirts. He got 2 because he knew exactly what he wanted.
Wow. How about
Yeah.
that?
He didn't waste any time.
No.
Second place, get anything? Yeah.
I'll take a hat.
No, okay.
All right.
They're $25.
The winner gets it for free.
Yeah.
You pay for it.
Miyagi, you want to touch on that last headline there?
I honestly thought this was a joke the first time I saw it, but Shedeur and Travis jersey retirement up in Colorado. I honestly couldn't believe it.
You don't think they earned it?
I mean, can we pull up their bowl record?
You don't have to.
You don't have to,
You don't have to pull it up.
I think they went 15-14 in their 2 years at Colorado or something like that.
You know what they were before they got there?
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's not jersey hanging.
One win the season before they got there. Yeah, turned it around.
We were talking about it, how Tebow doesn't even have his jersey retired, and it's like, how can you it just amazes me how these guys can get their jersey retired and not.
You don't. You do know why.
Well, yeah.
We don't have to say it out loud.
Yeah,
Okay. You
And
do understand why.
a 2-time national
I don't know
champion.
why.
I understand why.
Why? Urban Meyer?
Sure.
How he had a team of felons? I think Tebow should have a statue.
What is this?
John Spence, have you addressed the website fiasco yet? Miyagi should address. Website fiasco. How we don't have one anymore? That was just because we couldn't afford it.
Yeah. What's he talking
I'm
about?
going broke. I don't know.
Maybe John Spence can give us a little more information
Yeah.
on that.
Unless there's a different website he's referring
We'll find out
to. Yeah.
if John's. Yeah. So, yeah, when you brought that up, I thought you were kidding also. But I don't know. Whatever.
Your website, check it out. We don't even have one anymore, so I don't know what's on there. Is it still active and someone took over our domain and they're posting like some titty pics or something? Like,
Hey.
yeah, I took the link off because we don't even have it, so I don't know. What website are you referring to? Can you drop the URL
Drop the
in
link
there?
in.
Yeah, drop the link. I'll go
Says
check
your
it out.
website. I don't know what.
Yeah, I didn't know we had one.
What
Yeah.
if you just type in ballsoutsports.com?
Does that exist? I don't want to pull up something on the youngest's computer. Yeah, we don't even have one because we didn't pay, so it didn't re-up. But
But is it it is a fiasco apparently.
I guess. Hey, look, we show up though when you search us.
Goddamn right.
That's pretty
How
cool.
about that? We're on iHeartRadio. Didn't even know that. Look at us. I don't know. He'll have to hook that up for us. Someone paid. Must be Miyagi. What?
What is going on?
I
I'm
have no idea.
confused.
I
What is he
mean-
talking about?
I'm getting trolled. Drop the link. Or else. Yeah, there's another Ohio State guy drafted. 4th rounder. That's about right for them.
Yeah, but the first round they're all.
These are their backups getting drafted in the 4th round.
These are guys that never saw the
Oh,
field
boy.
and they're doing better than Sanders.
Man.
I love that picture of Miyagi. The chopsticks are such a great touch.
Catching a fly.
Such a great
NHL.
Okay.
Playoff
okay,
season,
so,
baby.
Yeah.
How are our predictions going so far? I think I'm hit and miss on some.
I had Florida.
I also had Florida.
Okay, so I'm good there.
The whole state,
I'm
not just.
I'm not
Tampa.
sure about what did I have with Dallas? I
That's a
think I
good
had
one.
Dallas.
I had the Avs. I think you had Dallas.
And what is it at?
And it's 2-1 Dallas. They won in overtime.
Yeah, so
in
I'm
Colorado.
good there. Yeah, I'm good there.
Yeah, took back home ice advantage.
Because I
there.
think Puck had Colorado as the wagon.
They are a wagon. They are still a wagon.
Yeah.
I have them going to the conference finals. My 2 conference finals picks, not
Not
good
so
right
good.
now. Not good. Because I also had Edmonton winning it all, and they are currently in a fight for their lives.
Yeah, but you said 7-4 yesterday. I fell asleep, so I think it was,
Yeah,
okay.
7-4,
So
I
it's
believe.
2-1, and here's the thing, and they've faced each other 4 years in a row now.
Yeah,
So
I
it is-
heard that
yeah, it
after
is-
we talked about
Yeah,
it.
so
Yeah,
it is confirmed. So that is unbelievable.
It really
It
is.
is staggering. So the other thing is, Edmonton hasn't lost anything because they have not lost a home game.
The series doesn't start until
So- right,
someone
so-
wins on the road.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're good. There's
Yeah, they're still okay.
yeah.
I'm concerned because their win is 7-4
Yeah.
and their losses are like 7-5 and
Well,
another
it's
lot
exci-
of goals.
it's
Their defense
excite-
is not good.
No,
Yeah.
and their goaltending is,
Subpar.
but it's entertaining as hell though.
Oh my gosh.
Because when there is a shot on
Yeah,
goal, there's a
anytime-
chance they're going to go in.
High chance.
Yeah, so it's exciting that way.
Anytime McDavid is in a series, it's going to be fun to watch, obviously.
Right.
And what you're seeing is McDavid trying to put a team on his back.
Yeah,
Him and Draisaitl just carry and hope that they can outscore another team,
Right.
basically.
he did something in warm-ups yesterday. They're shooting on an empty net, and
Yeah.
they got the camera on him. His ability to just take the puck and then say, "Stick to my stick."
Yeah.
Just be there on the stick, and he is going to the net with this thing attached to a stick, and then just pops it in.
Your burrito's coming through, too?
Oh no! Oh God, you guys!
Ohio State just drafted Jack Sawyer. If you recall, he was the guy who cried on the field when they lost to Michigan.
You said Ohio State just drafted.
The Steelers just drafted.
You said Ohio
Haas.
State just drafted.
Oh, Steelers just drafted an Ohio State
Oh,
guy.
there you go.
Poor Haas and my dad. Man,
Yeah.
they got to deal with the crybaby.
Unbelievable. Miyagi, as you're going to the bathroom, are you surprised that running back, that white kid, the never gets tackled by one guy, went in? This is the 4th round.
Yeah.
Are you surprised or no? No. Okay.
He was pretty undersized. and
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily have the the traits of an NFL back.
Gotcha.
He's just going to be a tough dude.
Yeah.
He wants to outwork people. I don't even know if you could say that. I'm pretty sure he went out drinking before their
So
playoff
he's
game.
not going. So he's not going to be the running back of any team. He may be a kickoff return guy, a punt return guy, special teams guy.
Oh,
Or
he
will
could,
he-
could play
or
running
he'll-
back?
he'll
Yeah,
roll-
he's
okay.
not going to be like your bell cow type guy.
Okay.
He could be a good goal line type back.
Gotcha.
A good
3rd and 1.
third down. Yeah, he can
Okay.
catch the ball pretty well.
I
so
saw that. That was a
yeah.
hell of a catch.
he
yeah.
can do some things pretty well.
Okay.
But as far as like the body type, the speed, those
right,
types
right.
of things.
Who did he go to?
The Giants.
Giants.
CGOC.
So that'll be my favorite new team since they got a white guy now.
There you go.
Yeah, it's just somebody I can recognize.
It's just one.
Yeah, just one guy. Back to Montreal yesterday. I don't even know what happened to
That series also hasn't started.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. 6-3 yesterday.
Yeah.
So Montembeau yesterday got hurt. Something happened. I don't know what happened. He got replaced.
I was wondering, yeah.
he got
because,
replaced. I have no idea what
yeah.
happened. I still don't know what happened,
Okay.
right? But well, then we took out their goalie also. So,
Oh.
yeah, so
Well, he gave up 5 goals. So.
yeah, he sure did. So Montreal looked really good. Montreal's looked good in every single game.
They've
No,
been,
no,
they've
I'm
been
telling
right
you,
there.
I'm telling you,
I know.
other than the first 10 minutes of game 1, where it was an avalanche, right?
Yeah.
And nothing happened. Nothing happened. They made it through the first 10 minutes. They went down 2-0, and next thing you know, it's 2-2, and they're going overtime.
Yep.
And I thought we're still in game 1. Well, you can't leave that guy open called Ovechkin right in the middle of in front of your goalie.
He knows how to score. I hear.
I hear he's pretty good at it. He doesn't know how to get an assist,
No.
but when a puck touches his stick and he has a chance to shoot,
And he's right in front of the net.
it's going to go in.
Yeah.
That being said,
They
Montreal-
have, they're right there with them.
Montreal, and I took Montreal in this series,
You did.
and I'm sticking to it.
Caps in 5.
No,
No.
no.
Wow, we have a day 4 guy at the draft. That is
Wow.
You think he just flew in? Like,
he knew he was going to be drafted on
Yeah.
day 4. He's like, I'll show up or day 3.
And he came in with swagger, huh?
Yeah.
On Dave. Oh, putting on the hat. Oh, with the sunglasses.
He wanted his experience.
Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of sick getting drafted to the Packers too, and then
Being in Green Bay.
yeah, being in Green Bay.
That is pretty cool.
Wow.
Good for Barron.
Doesn't look that cold out there.
No, it looks nice.
Who's he hugging?
Roger.
I'm
He's
surprised
still
more-
there.
I'm
Roger
surprised
showed
more
up
people don't do this.
In his casual Saturday.
Why would he show up?
Well, he's probably there all week. Or
I know, but why would? Is this kid crying?
No.
What did he tell him? All right, get off of me and go over there.
The crowd really wants to see you, not me.
That's right. So Montreal 6-3. Unbelievable. It was a back and forth game for a while. Back and forth, and then Montreal took over. But we had a 1980s situation, 1970s, 80s situation. It happened right after, I think it was right after the goal. It could have been, I'm not sure, but near the benches, all of a sudden, Wilson, your boy, and Anderson, they are on the bench, brawling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. So it's getting a little nasty. Guys taking shots at each other. After the whistle, like linesmen are quickly coming because things are escalating very quickly. But Montreal's in it. They have not been outplayed except for the first 10 minutes of game 1. After that, they have absolutely stayed in it, and they're going to win it in 6 like I predicted. Yeah, move on.
All right.
Yeah.
I know my other big pick that I had, Ottawa over Toronto, not going good.
Yeah, I took Ottawa. I was surprised you guys.
You did?
Yeah, I was
I thought
surprised.
you had Toronto.
No.
No, really. We were talking about how Toronto, they slip on the banana peel.
Well, that's what I said. They're gonna make believe themselves.
Yeah, they haven't looked like that so far.
What do you mean?
Like they're dominating.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is that 3-0? I thought
I
it was
think,
3-0.
yeah.
Yeah. So gonna need a miracle.
God, I hope I took Toronto, but I'm not sure. Because I just don't trust them.
Yeah. Well,
But Puck said I'm an idiot.
they're
if
up
I
3-0.
went 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've actually got Florida and Tampa are playing right now. I didn't realize they started this early. What's up?
Hockey?
super invested.
Let me try it. No. Let me try and find it. I can pull it up.
You're super invested in what?
The draft.
Oh no, I said hockey. Oh, you want to?
I want to go to the playoffs.
You're more than welcome to.
Oh, okay.
I think I can pull it up on here.
No, you're more than welcome to.
Let's see if you can. I think you can. There she is.
Florida up 1-0. Go Rats. Oh, there we go. Now we're live.
All right, we're live.
We're live. And then what's the other? Oh, the big one for me, which I actually thought about it because my Edmonton pick to win it all was going so poorly after the first two games. I always think to myself, like, I jinx it by taking them. Like, that's how I want to go. I should have taken the team that I want to lose to go all the way.
Because you have this power.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then it'll probably jinx them and they'll
Yeah,
lose.
you have this unbelievable power.
So I should have taken the Knights.
Yeah.
And it looks like I'm going to be maybe okay with that anyways, that I didn't do that, because currently the Wild are up 2-1 in that series, which makes me very happy. So,
Don't you?
yeah. And then only one we haven't touched on, the Devils and Hurricanes. Devils were Puck's dark horse.
Yes.
And he had them, I think, going to the Stanley Cup Finals, losing to the Knights, I believe was his pick, if I recall correctly. I think I've got that on here. Oh, no, he's got the Devils winning it over the Knights. That was his prediction from way early in
And
the
what's
year.
the
And they won yesterday at home, so that series hasn't started yet either.
That's what I'm saying.
But they're down 2-1 in that series.
down, schmown.
One in double overtime.
When you win 2 in a row, now the momentum's yours.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen.
All right.
Montreal.
Montreal. They play tomorrow?
Montreal?
Yeah.
Sunday.
Tomorrow, 3:30.
Yeah.
There you go.
The day of the Lord. Me, the Lord, and the Montreal Canadiens.
Guy Lafleur will be with them.
Oh, he passed away last Tuesday. It was the anniversary.
Oh, I was like, no, he's been dead for a while.
Yeah. Anniversary.
Oh,
Was,
okay.
I don't know why we're laughing.
Just the way you said it
this is
was
my
funny
guy.
to me.
This is my guy.
Passed away last. Oh, again. I didn't know they revived him.
He is a Hall of Famer.
Tried to roll him back out there for a couple more games.
They needed him in the first 2 games.
Come on, Guy. Give it all you got.
This isn't funny. Stop it, man. This is my hero.
Is that his jersey right there, Hagen?
Oh, yeah.
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 Go Habs.
The flower.
Caps in 5.
Want to do a little something?
What? What's up? Love the NHL playoffs, though.
Oh, it is great.
It really is.
It is.
I love every night.
Yeah.
There's a game.
There's a
on.
game, and
There's-
it's yeah.
And it's all just electric.
The fans, the
Yeah.
home team fans, like Montreal.
Mhm.
Montreal's been waiting like 9 years, right? Because they went to the Cup a couple years ago, but it was during COVID,
Mm.
so nobody can watch,
Let me
right?
go. Yeah.
So these people are out of their mind, during this game. But I love the whiteouts. Like when you see the whiteouts, everyone's
Yeah.
got, and they're just the towels and the shirts,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's fantastic. Nothing more electric.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That just said that the Lightning have not led in this series at all.
That's gonna hurt.
0 minutes.
That's gonna hurt.
It's hard to win games when you're never leading.
Yes. That's Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer.
Ask Miyagi's boy Trent Dilfer on this.
Oh, man.
It's so iconically stupid.
Go Dogs. So iconically stupid. Let's do Hero of the Week.
Okay.
Who you got, Miyagi?
I'm just gonna go with my mom for an early Mother's Day. My hero of the week.
Okay. Is
Nice.
Mother's Day next week?
No. 2 weeks away.
2 weeks?
Yeah. My hero. I was not prepared. You go.
You're not prepared. You're the one that has the segments that
Yeah, I
you
just
want to
haven't thought
put.
about it. I have my bitch of the week. I saw him driving today. I didn't have a hero ready though.
Mine would be the entire Montreal team yesterday.
Okay.
Just absolutely, and they were up and then they went down. And you can say, okay, now you're going to fold, right? No, they fought through all of that. And then they went into the third period with a 3-2 lead. And then Ovechkin quickly ties it up. And you think, okay, they're going to poop on themselves, right? No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah.
No. They were scrappy. They did not shy away from contact. It was fantastic. And to watch it completely naked running around the house was fantastic
Oh.
while making dinner.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got to be careful around the grill when you're naked.
I was inside.
Oh, okay.
No grill.
The stove
Yeah, the cooktop.
that could be dangerous.
That's right.
Browns taking Dylan Sampson,
Yeah.
another running back. Didn't they already get one of the
Oh, did they take?
Ohio
Judkins
State
or
guys?
no?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
Peculiar.
Mm-hmm.
My hero is going to be. I still can't think of one.
Your team? Your team?
Who? The Cardinals?
No, your team. Your coaching.
No, not that. I could have been because I I had a no-hitter going through a few innings yesterday. I was calling the heck out of those pitches, but my hero is going to be Vaha and all that he contributes to the show. I think I like having him as a live listener. His latest comment
I
said,
saw this.
"Cancel bench, can't make fun of number 10."
That'd be a flower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still love all he brings to the show. You're my hero, Vaha. No matter what you think about me. MLB.
So you brought up Williams.
Yeah,
Okay.
hard not to.
I was 100% right on him.
Early in the year.
There are people that cannot get it done in a Yankee uniform. Okay,
That is very true.
there's a whole list.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what you did somewhere else because you had only 3 beat writers in your face before a game and after a game type of deal. Over there,
When you're in Milwaukee.
you've got 300. Okay, and
And
yes,
you got 40,000 fans that will let you hear it before you even get off the field. It won't even be like
okay. So do you
in
remember?
the press
Do you
after.
remember
It's
last year?
Immediate.
Do you remember last year? Judge in the beginning of the year struggled.
Yes.
He had an injury. He never complained about it, but he
Yeah.
never made an excuse. But he had an injury. They're booing him.
Yeah.
They're booing Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to be a special kind of guy to be the guy. And when you're a closer, that role, who Mariano
I was gonna say,
basically,
you never want to be the guy to follow the guy.
You
We've
know,
talked about it
yeah,
before.
I mean,
You want to
come
be
on.
the third guy.
You know, what's that other guy they had last year that I liked? He's a thin kid. Is it Weaver?
Weaver, he's still there.
I would like this flipped.
Yeah.
I understand you're paying this guy a lot of money to be the guy,
Yeah.
but he ain't the guy. And you don't want to lose games that you should be winning. He had a game a week ago.
Against the Rays. Up 4.
8-4.
Yep.
8-4. They hand him the ball. Now,
Not a safe situation.
the pushback on that would be what? Cabrera, error, overthrowing first base, started sort of okay, you're the closer though. Now put the nail in a coffin.
Yeah. You're the guy they pay the big bucks to get out of those things.
Okay, now do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I told you early on, and you're like, are you crazy? This is the reason why. He's a guy that puts people on base. As a closer, guess what you should not be doing?
Put guys on base, Cotton.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
good so
no,
far.
I'm not happy about it at all. Now, what you can push back on me saying what's his face is not a great starting pitcher. Fried, is it? And he's 4-0
I believe so.
and probably has a 1.25 ERA, what have you. Yes.
He's kind of been a dog.
Yeah. So you can push back on that. I made a mistake possibly there. Okay, and I can admit to it. I can admit to it. Well, it's early. I'll use your one. It's early.
Do it in the playoffs.
Yeah, but if you're the last guy standing, and they're paying you all that money, my God, man, you are terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Not good.
You cannot continue giving him the ball and destroying a win. You
Yeah.
can't do it.
Now, is that something that you think Boone will come out and
Oh, he already did.
he did?
Yeah. What was the
saying
quote?
like he lost the role?
I'm going to try to find a quote if I may.
Because that's what I was going to say. Like, does he come out and say like, yeah, he's no longer in that role. We're gonna give Weaver a shot or whoever, you know?
Yeah. Gosh darn it. It's always about finding something.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Voss said show is a 10.
I'll find it for you right now.
All right, go for
You
it.
guys filibuster a little bit.
Oh, filibuster.
How are our A's doing?
I was just gonna bring them up too. They are not last in the division.
Sup?
Yankees,
How about that? Oh.
Boone
filibuster,
to
good
mull
filibuster.
closer role as William flops again.
They what? One more time?
One more time?
Yeah. I
You
didn't
going to
hear-
listen this time?
Yeah.
Miyagi, you with me?
There's hockey on.
Of course there is. Oh, Yankees, Boone to mull closer role as William flops again.
That doesn't mean anything. Mullet.
No, what it means is he'll be your 8th, and you'll put Weaver at 9.
No,
Weaver
it means he's mulling it. It means he's maybe thinking about it.
Meaning he's gonna freaking switch it.
Didn't say he'd make a change.
I already said it.
He's mulling it.
But Miyagi, what did you hear me say?
I heard Mole.
Thank you. So no, he's agreeing with
He's
me.
pondering.
He's gonna switch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where they just it's no longer a foregone conclusion. He's coming in the 9th. It's like, all right, we're
Did not dismiss the possibility of removing Devin Williams from the closer role at least temporarily after Williams
exactly
continued.
did not dismiss.
Shut
it,
your face.
which means they ask him.
We'll
and he says,
see. We'll
well,
talk
yeah, we'll
through
see.
the stuff.
Yeah,
This is
soft.
this is raw right now.
Yeah.
We want to do everything to get him right because we know how good he is. No, I don't. I don't know how good he is, and how valuable he is for us. I immediately said this was not a good move because he puts too many guys on base. A closer should not put guys on base. I'm sorry, should not.
This is a fact.
You know what his ERA is right now? Take a guess what his ERA is right now. Go ahead. Take a guess. Miyagi first.
4.56.
Excellent guess. Good for you.
I'm
Your
gonna
guess?
go 7.9.
Not too bad, you guys. 11.25.
Oh my god.
I have said repeatedly he sucks, and you come at me with a 4 point. You come at me with a 4 points, dude. He's pitching.
4 is really bad for a
He's
reliever.
pitching half an inning.
And I took the over on that, and I went 7.9.
Okay.
11.
No, 11.25. Yes. So
Meanwhile,
I am humbled in my genius.
Meanwhile, there's starters that have a 0.9.
Yeah.
Yikes.
He may not have the stones to be in a Yankees uniform. I'm telling you, it's not an easy deal.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not. There's so much pressure. In that position, there's so much pressure. Now, let's say you were a guy that was in you played second base and you batted 7th. You can struggle a little bit, right? Because you're not the guy.
Yeah.
But you're the guy.
Yeah.
So
Supposed to
freaking be the guy.
Supposed to be the guy.
Legends getting pissed.
Oh, the Jets traded up here. This could be a spot for Shador.
I think you're out of your mind.
I'm just saying. They only have Justin Fields, I think. Is there anyone else there?
I don't know. I don't think so. Is that a Zach Wilson?
No, that's Garrett.
Oh, that's Garrett.
Oh, that guy likes it. Malachi Moore,
Ooh.
safety from Bama. You love a Bama guy.
I don't know if that's true.
Really?
No.
You got a Bama guy.
Yeah.
You don't love him?
Doesn't mean I don't love him. I mean, I've got to push myself away from how I hated what's his face Saban. Do you know what I mean? It's still got that stench over there.
You know who's there right now, though?
If I don't, I know Miyagi does.
Miyagi? Who's there?
Kalen Moore.
My father.
And they're gonna have an offense next year.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
Who's his
boy.
offensive coordinator?
I don't know his name. I forgot.
Yeah, it's that guy from Washington, though. He brought in that
So they did not take
the same guy that he had.
Sanders.
They did not, no.
You know what's fun? You want to know what's funny?
I just don't know who takes him now.
I don't either.
Hold on. You know what's funny? Yesterday,
Yeah.
during the draft, you know how they have like best value guys and what have you? They still had him over there at number 1 while everybody else is being drafted.
He's
right?
still there.
I understand it.
Yeah.
I just you stop putting his name up there.
Oh, no.
Maybe there's a chance he gets drafted if you take his name off. You're sabotaging it.
The manager wanted to propose a hypothetical situation to you. Who would you rather have, Stroman or Williams? It's a great question.
that is a great question.
It is.
I would rather have Williams, okay, because you lose the game late. With Stroman, you lose it early. You still
First
you're
inning,
still-
game's over.
You still have a like 9 innings of being happy. Do you know what I mean? Until you get destroyed.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah, with Stroman out there, it's like I didn't realize the home run derby was this early in the year.
Wait a minute. What?
I said with Stroman on the mound, you're like, oh wow, I didn't realize the home run derby was this early in the year.
Here's the thing. Hear me out on it. It's not as much as the home runs as he is a coward when he pitches. A coward, just straight coward. He does not want to pitch anywhere near the strike zone. Dude, for some reason, you got lucky and went 0-2. Doesn't mean they're going to chase into the dugout. Forget the other batter's box. We're talking into the dugout. Stroman is awful.
Yeah, not
Write
good.
that down. I own that.
Okay. We'll put it on the wall.
Yeah.
Stroman is awful. Back to our
But
A's.
that's a good question, though, by him.
That is.
Because
two,
that's
two
tough.
guys that deservedly should be strapped to a rocket. Which one?
I wish they went up with those women a week or two ago. But they kept sending him up.
Oh, okay.
It's okay that these women came back, even though I hate every one of them.
They got to space, and then their pod got launched further. Yeah.
They got kicked out. Yes. That would be fantastic. But that was a good question by that little rascal, the manager.
Yeah, our A's. Pretty.
What do you guys have right now?
I believe they're one game under 500.
Okay, that's still really
They
good.
might actually be at 500. I don't
Yeah.
know.
They just called up your boy too.
Just called up Nickerts.
Hey, is our boy still there? Is our boy still there? Pitching?
Yeah, Fergie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing well?
Yeah.
He's not a starter.
No, he's a high leverage reliever though.
Okay.
When they've got anything less than a 3-run lead, he's like a 7th, 8th inning guy. That
I
bring in
love that.
to hand
man.
it off to
Good
Miller.
for him.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
How's Miller doing?
Miller had not given up a run until last night. He gave up a 2-run home run. Didn't end up impacting the outcome. But
So let me ask you this question.
inside fastball, like 102, kid just throws his hands through, hits it out. When it's coming in that hard, I mean, you just
Yeah.
need to barrel it. So.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question. I give you Stroman and Williams, and you give me Miller.
Mm,
I'll do that right now. I'll do it right now.
I'll think about it.
No, just right now. You got 3 seconds. Go. 1, 2, 3.
No.
Okay.
I just thought no first.
All right.
It was close.
It's a wrong answer for
Yeah.
me.
Maybe you add in a guy like Stanton. I'll think about it.
Please. Yes, I didn't even think of that. I will give you Stanton also.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yes. Torres isn't there anymore, but I'll give you him also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a 3-way deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take him too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
How about Severino? Oh, we already got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're lost.
How's that working out?
He pitched decent last night.
Yeah.
Didn't get the win, but 6 innings, 3 runs.
It's okay.
It's the White Sox. They're a good offense.
No, they're not. I don't think they got a guy batting over 120 on that team.
Probably right. They were historically bad last year on offense, the White Sox. They are worse this year.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad. Really bad.
God bless them.
God bless them.
God bless America.
Yeah. But yeah, A's, I believe they're on a 4-game win streak.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that 2 different teams?
Yeah, they swept. Did they sweep them? Or did they get 3 out of 4? I don't know. I thought they won 3 out of 4. They had played the Rangers, had a comeback win, which was nice. Hey, they're showing Dak Prescott here. That's nice. Look at him. Oh yeah,
Do I have to keep looking at him?
athlete. Yeah, get in there. Oh yeah, dot. Nobody in the area.
I'm surprised he didn't overthrow. I'm surprised he didn't wait for a DB to come over so he could throw it to him.
notable 4th-round picks. He's on there. Look at those Hall of Famers. He's next.
This guy here is phenomenal.
Yeah, yes.
Large, Stallworth, okay. Large and good. Reed, yes. Well, yeah, Charles Haley was great. But this guy here,
Crosby.
just a freaking machine.
He could be a Hall of Famer.
My God.
Yeah.
And yeah, he has one of those things here. That chip right there.
Oh, on
Prove
the shoulder?
everybody. Yeah.
You know
Just
who's
to
going to have
prove.
a big chip on his shoulder? Shador.
Shador. Yeah.
It's going to be a Tom Brady story.
When he
I know,
plays,
they're gonna-
when he plays in the Canadian Football League,
Yeah.
he is gonna destroy it over there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
The Argonauts.
Yeah, or the UFL, is it?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Local there. Yeah.
UFL gets a lot of TV time.
That's right.
Oh,
Look
man.
at this.
That's a good fit.
Yeah.
What do we got next? Let's see. Oh, there was a college football thing that we were going to talk about.
What was that?
The NIL.
Oh, yeah.
stuff. Interesting
yes.
conversation here.
So the NCAA is saying that the schools now can directly. This is what's so funny.
Is that a actual change that has happened, or they're talking
They're
about it?
mulling it over.
They're mulling it. Okay.
Yes.
So it's happened.
It's in
then,
discussion.
In your words.
In discussion to do that. And to do that.
If it's mulled, it's done.
It's done.
The deal's done.
That's right. We brought back Mo.
Yeah.
We circled back to it.
So yeah, we were trying to figure out the NIL money, which has become a pretty crazy piece of this whole college football recruiting, transfer portal stuff. How they all get paid, more from the sense of do they have to even do anything? Do they have to play a certain number of games? Miyagi is under the impression that there's no contracts in this, so.
So you're getting that money straight.
You'd be getting it, as
right
soon
away.
as you sign. But you didn't sign a deal. I don't know.
No.
They agree to pay you that, I guess.
Yeah. What do they do? Just bring your suitcase
The
over and go, here's your money?
old,
I mean, what?
the old SMU days. I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah. I mean, what's going on?
But now with this, it wouldn't even be coming from an NIL booster fund. It would be directly from the universities themselves.
And then we said this. Now, before it wasn't fair, except for about 8 schools.
Yes.
Now it's going to go down to about 5 or 6 schools that are going to completely dominate this.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. Does it bring in some schools that the schools that have higher tuition and make more money that way?
but
Does it give them more
Yeah, but-
funds? Like a private school like TCU, because they're a private Christian college. They make a lot of money off their tuition for kids.
but you
that
also
come from out of
still
state or
have to
whatever.
go to if I'm a kid, I have to go to a place that is going to get me to the NFL. That's going to be my thought. I'm not saying that school that you mentioned isn't, but they're not going to be Alabama, Texas, Ohio State, Michigan type of schools where they're going to give me the dollar bills, you all,
Yeah.
but also the notoriety and the absolute ability for attention from the NFL. Am I wrong, Miyagi?
No, I agree. There needs to be guardrails in the system. And I think that,
Yeah, maybe does that even it then? If you're saying, they say that only
I
this
think-
number of dollars.
I think certain positions should be capped. Like quarterbacks, you should be able to pay, whatever,
Oh, wait a minute.
a milli.
Wait
yeah.
a minute. We're going to do that now? So you're going to say, hold on, just hear me
There
out.
are administrations now that are hiring literal GMs
Okay, so you're telling
for
me
their
So you're
school.
telling me the NCAA will make a rule. Quarterbacks will get, I'm just throwing out numbers. This isn't real. The top they can get is $2 million as a quarterback. A punter can get $450,000.
I thought you were going to say $450, and I was like, yeah, that's about right.
But that's what you're telling me.
That's how I think they should do it, in my opinion. Because then you even out the schools, right?
Yeah,
Or
but you're also going to you're a running back that is getting carries 35 times a game. You're getting crushed 35 times a game, just putting your head down and going. And the guy that's handing you the ball is making $500,000 more than I am,
Welcome to the NFL.
Yeah.
but that's the NFL.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there is a silver lining to it if that's
It'd be fantastic.
because I'm wondering one of the things about how it is now with how it's just kind of booster money, is any of it tracked, or is any of it
No.
accounted for, or is it just very under the table Oh,
right
yeah.
now, you mean?
Right now, like, oh yeah, so and so wants to, sponsor and make a donation to the team for, X amount of
I don't
dollars.
think I don't think it has to be.
Where we put it or what we do with it.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it has to be.
I'm
'cause
saying if it was out of a school budget,
Oh.
now everything has to be accounted for.
Right,
So
right.
maybe
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why they're trying to move to that, is so that it is something that is going to be like audited, basically.
So now
because-
you're going to have to hire yet another person at the university to do this.
and the
right.
IRS, yeah.
Yeah, to take care. And then you're going to have more accounting situation because of this payroll stuff.
Yeah.
It is, colleges were a business to begin with, right? And we all knew it. Universities are a business, not about educating people. It was
No.
about dollar bills, you all. Now it's going to get even worse.
Potentially.
Yeah.
They're mulling it.
God bless America with the mulling.
It's going to be the title of the show. Boone mulls it over. Nothing? Nope. Okay.
That was good.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Bitch of the week.
I'm gonna go with my coworker. She's
Oh.
just an absolute.
She, did you say?
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything more.
Yikes. What does she do?
She's a fucking bitch.
Whoa.
Like I just.
Okay.
What does she
Excuse
do?
my language, but
What does she do?
she just creates problems for everybody, and is one of those. The only reason why I think she's
Sleeping with somebody?
no,
Is that why she's there? She's
no,
sleeping with
she'll just tell on everybody. So that's why they keep her around, so everybody, so the whole workplace knows, or like not so.
So
HR
you have
knows.
so there is a snitch there, and everybody knows there's a
yeah,
snitch.
yeah.
They want the snitch in there, and they don't care how unproductive she is.
Yep.
Just as long as she snitches on Miyagi that he went to the bathroom 3 times instead of 2.
Yep. Pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, and everybody else.
Just trying to get paid to poop.
Yep.
Now, how closely do you work with this person?
I mean, we're on the same like team, but
Okay.
I don't talk to her at all.
Okay. Now, do you make it visible on your face your utter disdain and hatred?
There's been multiple times where I see her in the hallway and she's on one end, and I will walk and my smile goes away, and I look down and walk past her.
I mean, have you ever, while she's walking towards you, pointing down and saying, "Get on it. I hate you." Anything like that?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Suck on these.
Right. Yeah.
What's that guy's name?
Who?
Q?
Q? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My bitch of the week is going to be this guy I saw driving today. He had a Tesla,
Yeah.
and on the back of his Tesla, it was a bumper sticker, and it says, "I bought this before Elon went crazy." I'm pretty sure he's been the same exact guy
He has.
pretty much his whole life.
Yeah.
He's always been a little weird.
Yeah.
And just because now that he
Do you
goes,
notice how weird he is in conversations when he's being interviewed?
Yeah,
Like there is a, like, is it because of,
I think
he's
his mind's
so-
moving like 1,000 miles a minute.
yeah,
Yeah.
he is bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what makes him like a genius, I think,
Right.
too, at the same time.
You know, it's so funny. The left now, they
goal
hate
for
him.
the Lightning.
Wow.
They haven't led in the series yet, but now they're tied.
They hate him so much. The thing is, well, he's not the genius. He hires people.
Oh, yeah.
So, really? Really? Okay. Mine is that guy, that former senator or Congressman Bowman, making this a race thing about Sanders not being drafted. In a predominantly black league, he's claiming racism.
Manager, he is in the K-hole. Not too sure.
What's he mean by that? Who is he?
Referencing.
Who is he?
Who is he? What's the K-hole?
K is a strikeout, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what he's referring to.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Well, we thought we'd find out from Spence,
When we
Yeah.
and we still haven't found out from Spence.
when we come back. More after the commercial break. Yeah, that was bitch of the week.
Are we ever going to do the hate bracket?
Elon. He is in the K-hole. Elon. I don't know what the K-hole is, though. Ketamine. Oh, you think he's on drugs? Oh, okay. That's what makes him such a genius.
Well, we do have to understand, as much as I love the manager, he is on the other side.
That's true.
Yeah.
Might have
He's the
been-
one that bought the Tesla
Might have been him driving.
before. I'm trying to educate him on his political views are being so wrong. I'm slowly gonna get him to understand it slowly. So, are we doing a hate bracket by any chance?
Don't you worry, I've got it on our list.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about it.
Don't you worry.
You know about the hate bracket, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He hasn't done it, but he knows about it.
Okay, that's fine. As long as he
Which
knows
is
about
good because he'll be able to see these matchups and give his input as well
Okay.
on it. And I think I put it in my backpack this morning. I hope I did. Your picks,
Right.
Legend. One thing I want to touch on, PGA Tour, they're doing the Zurich Open right now, which I like because I think it's the only tournament of the year where they kind of do a different, well, not the only tournament, they do a different format. This particular format where it's a duos, you got a teammate and then they alternate between best ball and alternate shot for
Mhm.
the 4 rounds, which I just like to see something different, you know. It's a cool event, but there's a pair of tour rookies that teamed up, and I'll find their names in a second, but they carded the best round in tournament history for the best ball and shot a 58 as a team.
I wanted to guess.
Oh, my bad.
Let me guess.
What'd they shoot?
Let me guess. You're saying best round ever.
Best round ever for a best ball.
Okay, I'm gonna go. It's in the 50s somewhere.
Good guess, yeah.
Okay. God, 58.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
Am I close?
You nailed it.
All right.
Man. What was the previous record?
59.
Oh, my. Did you read the story?
No.
So, yeah, it's Isaiah Salinda and
Isaiah.
Kevin Velo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys.
So they, yeah.
What would be interesting is
They were
the
in the-
next round.
I would say they were in the lead after day 2. Now I'm struggling to find their names. Oh, there they are. They are 1 over today through 3. So they just teed off not too long
Yeah.
ago. But
Are
currently,
you surprised with the 1 over when you have a partner?
they're doing alternate shot today.
Oh,
So
okay,
yeah,
okay.
best ball that would
Okay,
that would
yeah.
be not great. But currently in the lead, you got a 2-way tie between.
Oh, no.
Uh,
Oh, no.
What happened?
You didn't see that?
No.
Puck was cleared from the other side.
Uh-huh.
He comes top of the circle, basically, in the middle of the ice, and it goes through his legs, and luckily it did not go into the net.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That would have been all time.
that would have been bad.
Currently tied for first, you got Phillips and Torbjornsson
Oh, yeah.
and Dixon
Household
and
names.
Crow
Oh, yeah, household
Yeah.
names. Yeah.
tied at 21 under.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They put up some low numbers in this tourney. But yeah.
I did a 2-man deal with a guy I've talked to you about before,
Okay.
and we did it at Sherwood,
Yeah.
and we shot 16 under for 18.
Is that a 56
It sounded like that, but we were on
course record?
in 2. We were on in 2 on all the par 5s,
Yeah.
and he bombs away.
Yeah.
It was nuts. And by the way, when the other people in the tournament found out he was playing, because you can bet, they bet on him. We won by winning the tournament. We won like $2, right?
Yeah.
These guys won hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars on it. It was crazy.
Should have bet on yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live and learn.
So yeah, that was it on PGA. I just wanted to mention that. Thought it was impressive. I get it's best ball, but you know.
No, it's impressive.
Yeah. NBA playoffs are going on.
Yeah,
Haven't really watched a lot. The Lakers are down 2-1 in that series. That makes me happy.
Very happy. Take off my clothes. Yeah.
Warriors are tied 1-1 in their
Who
series.
cares? Nobody here.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler's
Yeah.
hurt,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
they
that
might be
series is
dead.
over. Yeah, that's
The Celtics
yeah, so who
lost
cares?
yesterday.
Yeah,
They're up
that's
2-1 in
not
that
bad.
series still.
They haven't lost lost the home game. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
The
Yeah.
Pacers are up 2-1 on the Bucks, but yeah.
The Bucks won a game? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they came back and won yesterday. So.
Oh, yeah.
And that's NBA.
That's all right.
Phil Jackson rips the league. You got
He
something on
said
that.
so. He does rip the league, and I'm not a Phil Jackson fan, but he did say it's crazy how the league will always schedule games on Christian holidays. So they have it always on Christmas. They had it on Easter,
Yeah.
and he's like, it's amazing how you do it just for that group of people. You slight them, but not for
people
any.
are going to be at home with their families watching NBA.
That's the problem. You don't want to be watching the NBA. You don't want to be watching sports during holidays like that for Christians, if you will. But yeah, not a Phil Jackson fan, but I do like when he tears apart the league.
Oh, okay. Not the same since he left. Tell you that much. No. Hate bracket.
Yes.
Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
So for those that are possibly new to the show or haven't heard about this, Legend hates a lot of things.
So this is basically off of the NCAA tournament, the March Madness.
Correct.
Okay.
We wanted to make our own bracket with people or things or teams that Legend hates. And so he gave me his list, which was not succinct and not organized at all. And
No, anybody that knows me knows that is.
he put it all on me to put together the bracket, which I did.
Yeah.
And I used our good friend ChatGPT to put together
Which screwed me.
to put together some seedings for the 68 teams. Yes, that's correct. 64 teams would be the standard bracket, but I did the play-in round as well.
That's right. We're not messing around here.
And so he's given me his bracket already, which has been filled out, and so I kind of know what's going to happen, which a lot of it was not that surprising in my opinion. But
Okay, but you do have to admit, in the first round, you did make it very difficult for me
yeah, I did.
because I hate.
You do hate, yeah. And so we're on the first round because we've been taking some time to kind of get this. I thought I had more responses, but maybe I looked at the play-in one on accident the other day. I don't know. Was it this one? Yep, that was the one I accidentally looked at. Anyways, we've had 5 responses. If you'd like to go out and submit your responses, it's on our Twitter page, @BallsOutSports. That's where you'll find everything.
Or whatever Spence is saying.
Yeah,
Or-
whatever that is.
Yeah.
Vaha wanted to add, we may have been playing behind some guys playing a scramble the other day. So slow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
But it's not a tournament. These guys just were doing it
just
on.
doing it, yeah.
Like, come on, man.
When you got to go like find the balls and then say
Oh,
what shot's
my
better, and then pick
God.
up and
It's
go,
not
yeah.
a tournament. Not
Yeah.
everybody's doing this. Just freaking go.
He also said the NBA plays on MLK Day, another Christian holiday. So yeah, for the first round, I'll go through these.
Okay.
We'll kind of give our I'll give the fan vote. We'll get Miyagi's input,
Okay.
and then would you like me to give your
Yeah.
pick for that?
Yep.
And then after this, I'll be able to, update the bracket, put all
Yeah.
the people through to the second round, and then release another voting
Yeah.
for it. So, in the upper left bracket, the 1 against the 16, Jimmy Connor's the 1 seed, and the play-in winner, Richard Maddow, in the 16 spot. And the
Do you
fans,
know who Richard Maddow is?
Yes.
some people call her Rachel. Him
I don't know
or her,
why.
You don't know.
I don't know why.
4 out of 5 voters went with Richard Maddow, the 16th seed, in a big upset. Your thoughts, Miyagi?
I'm also going to go with Richard Maddow.
Yeah, and that would be correct. That is that is Legend's pick to move on to the second round for the hate bracket. Jimmy Connors, he's not a fan of, but I'll tell you who he hates more, and that's Richard Maddow.
That's right.
In the 8-9 matchup, you had the entire network of CNN versus John Thompson. Now, John Thompson, Georgetown
God
coach
rest
for a long
your
time.
soul.
But that was not enough to overcome the entire network of CNN. 5 voters selected CNN. Miyagi, your thoughts?
We will make it 6 for 6.
6 for 6, okay. You guys would be correct. CNN is moving on in the second round of Legends Hate Bracket.
Yeah.
In the 5-12, a couple of old skeletons, Dick Vitale and John Wooden in the 5-12 matchup. Dick Vitale got all 5 votes here, which
Should not be a surprise.
It shouldn't. Okay. All
No.
right. Your thoughts, Miyagi?
Guess we're gonna go Dick Vitale.
Yeah.
All right.
I gave that away to Miyagi.
Dick Vitale is moving on to the second round of the hate bracket. Congrats. Another intriguing one
This
here.
one you killed me. Killed me.
Some NBA matchups. You have the 4 seed Draymond Green and the 13 seed Irvin Magic Johnson. A little bit tighter on the vote here. 3 out of 5 went with Irvin Magic Johnson. The next 2 went with Draymond. Your thoughts here, Miyagi?
I'm gonna call the 13-4 upset as well.
You're going with Irvin, okay? You would be correct. Irvin Magic Johnson.
I'm sorry, what?
Irvin
Okay, there you go.
Magic
What?
Johnson. Irvin
Okay.
Johnson.
There you go.
Moving on to the second round. He could make a run as a 13. You never know.
Oh, you never know.
The 6-11. Wow, these
This
are
one-
some toss-ups.
This one hurt me, man.
The 6 seed Greasy Rick Pitino and the 11 seed Joyless Reed from The View, if you're a fan of the show. 3 out of 5 went with Joyless Reed. The other 2, Rick Pitino. This is a toss-up here. What do you think, Miyagi?
I'm also gonna go with the upset, the 11 over the 6 seed.
This is the first one our fans have not predicted correctly. Rick Pitino going to move on to the second round.
You guys have got to understand
The
the
hair.
long history.
The greasy hair and the come under the table enough to move him on to the second round. It was just spaghetti sauce, Alfredo. All right, the 3 and the 14 matchup here. Jalen Rose, the 3 seed, Nancy Pelosi, the 14 seed. All 5 of our voters going with Nancy to advance to the second round. Miyagi?
6 for 6.
All right, he's going with Nancy as well. Nancy does move on. Nancy's going to move on in the
Yeah,
second
as
round.
much as I hate Jalen Rose with biblical fury, there is nothing to describe my hatred of this moron, Nancy
Yeah.
Pelosi.
Some say an upset. Some say the favorite advances. The 7-10 matchup
This was tough.
in the upper left.
I remember this was tough.
The
I pondered.
7 seed Christian Leitner getting 1 vote, and the 10 seed Tom Hanks getting 4 out of 5 votes. Miyagi, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Leitner.
All right, going with the Duke hatred here. Tom Hanks going to move on to the second round there. Tom Hanks, he's really fallen off as of late for you, huh? Or has it been a long time
The
thing?
diddling is the problem.
Okay. That could be an issue for some. Might make him a good next pope. All right. To round out
All right, this
the
one
upper
here
left.
was the worst.
the 2 seed Coach K and the 15 seed Robert De Niro. De Niro getting 3 out of 5 votes here, a little shocking to me. What do you
This
think?
could be a surprise
Miyagi?
for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Coach K.
Coach K. Coach K is moving on to
Yeah.
the second round. Yeah. He's going to knock off De Niro.
Yeah, a longer history of hatred.
Yeah. Wearing that Duke blue for a long time.
I
Yeah.
love Duke. Shut up, you moron.
On to the lower left bracket. Another monster of a play-in here. Keith Olbermann, the 16th seed, coming in to face number 1 Kentucky. Some say the university, some say the entire state. We're not sure. Keith got 4 out of 5 votes from the voters. Miyagi, what do you think?
Going with the upset.
Another 16-1 upset. You'd be correct. Olbermann knocks off the entire state of Kentucky. How about that?
He's right where Nancy Pelosi is.
Wow. Could be a prelude to a Final Four. Let's see. Another NBA matchup here. The 8 seed Pau
I'm a little
Gasol.
surprised by this.
The 9 seed Allen Iverson, who's talking about practice.
Practice. We're talking about practice.
Iverson got
Not a
all
game. Not a
5
game.
votes. Miyagi, what do you think?
I will go with Gasol.
You'd be correct, Miyagi. You know the Laker-Celtic rivalry that runs deep, and that is probably where a lot of this is stemming
Oh,
from.
God,
I'm
yeah.
just-
Oh, God, yeah.
Pau Gasol moves on to
Yeah.
the second round over
It is
a
stupid flopping, too. You moron.
In the 5-12 matchup of the lower left, the 5 seed Dennis Rodman against the 12 seed Joe Montana. A tight one here. Dennis getting 3 out of 5 votes from the voters. Miyagi, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Dennis Rodman.
Joe Montana with the upset here. He's going to move on to the second round.
Yeah, that wasn't even a thought.
He's from Frisco.
Yeah, enough
And
said.
you know how much
Yeah.
Legend talks about Frisco.
Yeah, doesn't like it.
The 4-13, we've already seen one 13 seed move on. The 4 seed Isaiah Thomas from the Pistons, not the Celtics. That little,
right. That's right.
The little guy.
Yeah.
The 13 seed Steve Kerr, coach of the Warriors, a Popovich prodigy. Steve Kerr got 4 out of the 5 votes. What do you think, Miyagi?
I'm going to go with Steve Kerr as well.
Steve Kerr does move on to the second round.
Yeah, he a moron.
You're not a fan of his.
Yeah, he a moron.
The 6-11 matchup in the lower left, Pat Riley, the 6th seed, taking on Rasheed Wallace from your Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
Pat Riley got all 5 votes there from the voters. Miyagi, what do you think?
6 for 6.
All right, Pat Riley. Let's see.
Yeah.
Pat Riley's moving
Yeah,
on.
you people be smart.
A lot of old coaches here.
Hate
Legend,
them.
not a fan of.
Hate them.
Speaking of the Pistons,
Yeah.
got the 3 seed
Mm-hmm.
in the lower left, taking on the 14 seed Bob Costas. Bob Costas getting 4 out of 5 votes from voters. What do you think, Miyagi?
I'm going to go Pistons here.
You'd be incorrect. Bob Costas going to move on, that pink-eyed son of a gun. Now, did you ever like Bob Costas?
You know what?
Just as a commentator?
Yeah, I did.
You
I did. Long time ago.
Yeah.
We're talking long time ago. I liked how he
Like
I
his
liked how he
baseball
called it. Yeah,
days?
I liked how he called the game.
Okay.
He didn't seem to want to get in the way of it. You know, baseball is a game that you can tell stories.
Yeah.
Right. And the guy with the Dodgers
Vince Scully.
was the greatest at that. But he a moron.
So more later that has kind
Yeah.
of turned you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. The 7-10 matchup at the lower left, the 7 seed Phil Jackson going up against Jerry Buss. So a couple of Lakers, some Laker ties here.
Interesting. I'm going to go Phil.
Phil getting 5 out of 5 votes from the fans, another one from Miyagi. Phil is going to move on to the second round.
Yeah. Yeah. Stupid.
Even though you just
No, I said
applauded him,
I've said he has, in the last 20 years, he has taken shots at the NBA, which I thought was perfect. That it wasn't. He did it correctly, but he a moron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Faha said that De Niro's been getting more stupid lately.
he'd be right. He'd be right.
Oh,
Oh.
a real heavyweight matchup here.
This is
The 2 seed LeBron James against the 15 seed Whoopi, a.k.a. the Toad on the Log.
total analog.
Whoopi getting 4 out of 5 votes from the fans here.
5 out of 6.
5 out of 6 there. LeBron is going to move on to the
Wow.
second.
That is a stunner for me too.
It's not a stunner by the seeds, but based
No,
on
but for
those
me, it was
names,
stunned. It
Really?
stunned me because I think
you were up late at night thinking about this one.
I couldn't sleep for days. I equally hate them both.
Yeah.
They both think they're intelligent and they're as smart as a brick. But the damage the one on top has done and continues to do, he moves on.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, how about that? All right. Moving on to the upper right bracket. We've got the number 1 seed, the LA Lakers. A lot of LA people in this bracket.
That's weird, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Taking on the 16 seed Brandon Crawford. Some say a Hall of Famer. some say the Hall of Very Good.
Who
Some
says
say
Hall of
he
Famer?
shouldn't even be near any halls.
That's right.
And 5 out of 5 fan votes went to the Lakers. What do you think there, Miyagi?
6
Three-
for 6 again.
Oh, okay. Not 3 16 seeds moving on.
No.
Lakers are going to move on here
Yeah.
in the 1 versus 16. That's a
They killed Len Bias. Go ahead.
whole franchise murders.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, another doozy in the first round here. The 8 seed Georgetown, the 9 seed
Let me just say this
the
to you.
Boston Bruins.
In the 80s, my hatred of Georgetown was equal to any hatred of any sports team ever.
Wow.
I despise them. Like I prayed to Jesus for bad things to happen to them. Do you understand? That's the amount of hate I had for them. I just wanted to preface that. Go on.
All right. So the fan vote, all 5 going towards the Bruins. Now, I think this is probably due to the amount of times that you say
I hate the Bruins.
you hate the Bruins a lot. So that's probably influencing this vote a
Could
little
be.
bit.
Could
yeah.
be.
What do you think, Miyagi?
I think that I'm going to go with Bruins as well, only because Georgetown has died a little bit. So I think your hatred might.
They're not as
Not
much
be
of
as
a
high.
threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The Bruins are moving on
So
here.
I may have hated Georgetown in the 80s. I've hated the Bruins since the 60s. Do you
Since I
understand?
came out the womb.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
They gave you
So-
a Habs jersey when you were born.
That's right.
They gave your diapers Bruins so you could poop in them.
That's
yeah.
right. That is right. That'd be such great gifts. That you should patent the hell out of that. Do teams where your children would poop in it because you hate that team so much.
Wow. Might
That
be my
is
$1 million idea.
Brilliant. It really. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding when I say this. You will have sports fans like us
Yeah.
that are moronic as
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
That will absolutely buy that diaper just so your kid can poop in it.
Yeah.
Because you've seen where they have the things in the urinals. They'll put like a person's face on it or a team or whatever.
That's
you
just
know,
good business. Good
that is great marketing.
Yeah.
That right there, what you said, is 100% genius.
Might be able to retire off of that.
You know, that might be
Who do I talk to?
Huggies.
Huggies. Yeah. Get him
Yeah.
on the phone.
Yeah.
All right.
You think I'm kidding? I'm telling you, that is a absolute seller.
Would I
'Cause-
buy Dodgers diapers so my
Of
kids
course you
could
would.
have diarrhea
Poop
in them?
Yeah. Of course you would. Right?
Yeah.
Like, here's the other thing, though.
diapers and wipes.
Here's the other
I
thing,
could go
though.
both.
Here's the other part of that. You will also get Dodger fans to buy that because they
Yeah.
want to.
Their
Because
kids
they're not
wearing
looking.
a Dodger.
Yeah, because they don't look at it like you are. They're looking at the other side of it.
Yeah.
You're looking at it one way.
A lot of
Just
licensing
to
that's going to
poop
go
the
in that.
hell out of that.
Yeah. Maybe I'll hit up the guys at Fanatics. They made some good jerseys for the MLB. Nobody? All right.
What
moving
did
on.
you say? What did you say?
Nothing. 5 seed in a baseball matchup here. Oh, Onga said adult diapers even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I could wear one and poop in
No,
it.
what I'm saying is like you'll have a father that was or an uncle that was a huge sports fan, right? And hated the Dodgers or hated the Giants, locally here, and you just they go, oh yeah, I'll poop in that thing. You know what I mean?
The 5 seed in the upper right, Big Poppy, a.k.a. Fat Sloppy, taking on the 12 seed, Jose Altuve. 5 out of 5 votes going for Fat Sloppy here. What do you think?
I also
Yeah.
think this one's pretty easy going Big Poppy.
Yes, Fat Sloppy is going to move on to the next round. Altuve, not as long of a hatred
No.
for him.
No, but it's also not a team that I have hated.
That's
Do
true.
you understand?
Yeah.
There's the
Multiple things.
combination
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Working in Fat Sloppy's favor.
I mean, trust me, they by cheating the way they did, they elevated themselves.
Yeah.
But it's still not.
Yeah. Astros would be on my hate bracket if I had one for sure. Can't stand them.
You know.
In the 4-13 matchup, another baseball matchup, the 4 seed, Kurt Schilling, taking on fellow Red Sox, Nomar Garciaparra. 3 out of 5 votes from the fans going to Nomar here. What do you think, Miyagi?
I'm also going to go with
Gonna
Nomar.
Go with Nomar. Schilling moves on.
Wow.
Nomar never hurt me.
Okay. Schilling did.
Schilling did with that fake sock thing.
Oh,
The
yeah.
blood. I'm injured, but look at what a kind of gamer is. And by the way, politically, he's on my side. So
Let's see. This one,
I
I wanted to make sure because I kind of had to guess.
Mhm.
I thought I remembered it correctly, but I wanted to clarify. This was a play-in matchup between Juwan Howard and Mark Ruffalo. Did you pick Ruffalo?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have either of them picked
Oh,
on
sorry,
here, so I
sorry,
didn't know
sorry.
who
Yeah,
won
yeah,
the play-in.
yeah.
But I know we had said it on the
Yeah, yeah,
show.
yeah.
I just
My
forgot to
bad,
write it
my
down.
bad.
It's all good. The 6th seed, the
Good
Onion
for you
Head.
to listen
Yeah.
on the show.
Karam Abdul-Jabbar, the Onion Head, and the 11 seed Mark Ruffalo.
You know, I have to credit the Onion Head to Baja.
What's that?
He's the first one that ever came up with
Really?
it. Oh yeah, it
That's
was
genius.
brilliant. Yeah, it was brilliant.
Ruffalo, you might know from his role as the Hulk in the Marvel movies.
You know what's funny
among
is
other things.
it's funny is I liked this guy a lot years ago. This isn't the Marvel crap. This is years before. He had done some really good movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he opened his mouth.
Mm.
When there wasn't a script in front of him, I'm not interested in what you're having to say.
Okay. All right.
And he said way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 out of 5 went with Ruffalo here. Miyagi, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the Onion Head.
You'd be correct. The
Yeah.
Onion Head moving on.
Yeah.
What did he do to you?
He's a Laker.
He's a peaceful guy playing the game of basketball.
He's a Laker.
A lot of those.
he
here.
took a swing at the living legend Bird.
Mm.
Can't be doing that.
No,
No.
not against Larry.
No.
Big baseball matchup
This
here.
one-
again.
This one sucked, man. This one sucked.
The 3 seed, the Frisco Giants announcers.
Oh,
against
by the way, GB texted me.
Yeah.
And he said his wife,
Giants fan.
huge Giants fan, her whole family,
Yeah.
Giants fan, said she didn't realize that you hated the Frisco announcers. And I'm like, they're having sex while they're doing the game. 2 dudes. I don't think that's right.
Wait, did they just say Shador? I'm
Oh, I
confused.
missed
They
it.
showed his picture, but I didn't know if he was actually picked or not. No?
No, I would have gotten something already on that. No.
They drafted Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
They wouldn't pick another one, right? They're not going RG3 Kirk Cousins,
Yeah,
right?
it's been done before.
So the Frisco Giants announcers facing off against Pedro Martinez, who also has some deep history in the Red Sox-Yankee rivalry.
Don't you push down my coach.
3 out of 5.
Oh.
3 out of 5 votes went with the Frisco Giants announcers. What do you think, Miyagi?
I'm gonna go with Pedro after that comment he just made.
The Giants announcers
Oh.
move on. Wow. It supersedes the Boston Yankee rivalry.
Yeah, when I first moved here, I hated the Dodgers
Yeah.
before I moved here, right? Just Yankee fan. I hated the Dodgers, right? I get here in 1989. These obnoxious Giant fans, they're as bad as the Raider fans.
There's a lot of them.
They are so bad. And it made me absolutely despise the Giants and root for the Dodgers.
Wow.
When the Dodgers beat the Yankees last year, I was a winner either way. You understand what I'm saying?
Because all the Giants people you got to hear squirm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you win,
Yeah,
you win.
Right.
How about
Yeah. A winner either way.
that? So, yeah, the Giants announcers moving on. Good for them. They could make a run, folks.
They can.
Another intriguing one here where we've got an entire network against one person. The 7 seed
Doesn't seem
MSNBC
fair for one person.
against the 10 seed Donna Lemon. Potentially homosexual man.
Oh, that's a man?
Oh, Donna? Okay,
I didn't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The 7 seed MSNBC getting 4 out of the 5 votes from the voters. What do you think, Miyagi?
I'm gonna go with MSNBC.
Yeah, you'd be correct there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be right.
Yeah, you be right.
And rounding out the top right bracket, another baseball match. This was the bracket of baseball. The 2 seed, Barry Bonds, one of the greatest hitters of all time, against the 15 seed, Manny Ramirez from the Red Sox.
One of the, in that time, best right-handed
Oh, yeah.
hitters
Oh, yeah.
in baseball. Yeah. He was extraordinary.
Barry getting 3 out of 5 votes from the voters. Miyagi. It's another toss-up. It's a tough one.
I'm gonna go with Manny.
Barry moving on. Wow. He's putting aside some of his
I-
Red
I-
Sox hatred.
Yeah.
In
We've seen.
some,
In
in
some instances.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you got Manny and Pedro not moving on.
I know. You don't think this hurts? I whoever that thing you used
Yeah, ChatGPT.
did that on purpose because they know my hatred so much that they put them early together
Yeah.
just to really screw me.
I added that to my prompt. I said, This is for legend.
Yeah,
And it's like,
and they go, I
all
got
right,
this.
yeah.
I got
gotcha.
this. Yeah.
All
I know
right.
that son of a guy.
The last quadrant here, the lower right bracket, a real banger of a 116 again. I don't know if it's ever happened in March Madness where 3 16 seeds have moved on, but
Right.
we might see history here.
Yep.
The 1 seed, Ray Lewis, taking on Obama, the 16 seed. Obama got 3 out of 5 votes from the voters. Miyagi, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Obama.
Obama is moving on there. Yeah. Ray Lewis, a murderer, but not enough.
Alleged.
Not enough to move
Alleged
past
murder. Correct.
Obama, who murdered a lot of people in the Middle East.
That's right.
The 8-9 matchup.
Whoever's listened to the show
Yeah.
should instantly know where this one's going.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
We'll see.
All right.
The 8 seed, Meta World Peace, Ron Artest, taking on the 9 seed, James Harden. 2 different eras here.
Yeah.
Both assholes. James Harden, the 9 seed, getting 3 out of 5 votes from the voters. Shador to the Browns after Gabriel.
Wow.
Anga, if you're listening, you're a local Browns guy, not a fan, but you're in Ohio. What are your thoughts?
Wow.
That's pretty shocking.
Well, it's not because they kept talking about this yesterday that he would go in the 3rd round over there.
That's true. Like the first pick of the 3rd
Yeah.
to the
Dude,
to the
then it's
Browns.
like, why draft Dylan Gabriel though?
Yeah, that's what I'm confused on now. What do you do with that?
All right, let's go.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with James Harden.
James Harden with the 9-8 upset. You'd be correct. Harden moving on. Yeah. Any thoughts that you want to share on that one?
He has ruined the game of basketball, James
Okay.
Harden. He has single-handedly destroyed the NBA.
Anga said Brown's gonna Browns. That's about right. A position that we already drafted someone, we need another. What's better than 1 quarterback? 2.
So this is the one and only person I've ever known that's a Browns fan.
He's a Steelers fan,
Oh, seriously.
but he lives in Ohio,
Oh,
so
okay, I got it.
he's very close to
Gotcha.
the scene there.
Gotcha.
All right, we move on. The 5-12 matchup here. Different styles of player here. Gonna be kind of what you think. The 5 seed Bill Laimbeer, known for being just a real a-hole on
He
the
is
court.
not a good person at
He
all, and he
is-
played for the perfect team
Yep,
in the 80s.
the bad boys
Yep,
Pistons.
Yep.
Against the 12 seed Popovich. Talked about a lot on this show, Popovich.
Yep.
5 out of 5 went with Popovich in the 12-5 upset. What do you think, Miyagi?
I'm also gonna go with the 12-5 upset.
You'd be correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Popovich moving
Hate
on.
him. Hate him so much.
Ooh,
Yeah.
a couple of NFL fellows here. The 4 seed, Big Ben, alleged rapist, against the 13 seed, Bill Romanowski, alleged steroid user. 4 out of 5 votes going with Big Ben. Miyagi?
I'm gonna go Big Ben as well.
Big Ben is moving on from Haas's Steelers.
Yeah, I hate him
Yeah.
a lot.
Wow. What did he do to you? Lost for words?
Was he a good quarterback? Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. I don't like the thing about always I'm injured and I'm fighting through it. Every single player in the NFL is doing it, and you don't hear a word from them about it. They just go get it done.
He just put a
This
walking
guy-
boot on. That's
This
it.
guy's always got to talk about how he worked through the adversity and whatever. Shut up.
These Browns people don't look happy that they took him.
Is this their? This is their
That was their draft
team.
room.
That's their team.
That was the Browns.
yeah, draft team.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody looked happy.
Look how they are just talking about him like he's the next Peyton. Full field reads. Dot. Against Nebraska, who had one of the worst defenses in college football. Mobility against the same Nebraska Huskers team. Mel Kiper's like humming in his pants right now, getting to talk about this. Anyways, Big Ben moving on over Bill. I liked Bill in Longest Yard. It was a good role for him.
Sure. You should
This
have
one
seen
here-
You should have seen the original movie. Burt Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Little different.
A little different.
Yeah.
Not as much of a comedy. Or
Yeah,
was
but
still?
it was a little more brutal.
Mm.
The brutality of it.
Mm.
You know, the whole prison thing and what have you. It was a little more brutal.
Vaha said the old saying, you have two QBs, you have no QBs.
True that.
Spot the lie. And Onga said, Kenny Pickett going to win the starting spot there. Yikes. What a QB room. This one interesting because there wasn't a lot of NHL on the list because I didn't know who a lot of these people were. So yeah, I just kind of
2 former Boston Bruins.
okay.
They played in the 80s when it meant everything to me. Both of these guys despised.
All right.
Yeah, biblically.
The 6 seed Peter McNabb against the 11 seed Terry O'Reilly. Terry O'Reilly made it in through the playing round over Jane Fonda. So that was already a big win.
Two
for
dudes
him.
there going at it.
4 out of 5 votes went with Terry O'Reilly in the upset. Miyagi, what do you think? You don't know who either of these people are.
Nope.
Take
So
it.
I'm gonna go 11 over 6.
Alrighty, you'd be correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you.
Hey, Terry.
Miyagi got a good bracket going
Yeah,
so
he
far.
really does.
The 3-14 matchup, a nice wide receiver corner matchup here. The 3 seed Richard Sherman, who likes to run his mouth, against the 14 seed Jerry Rice. He's never done anything wrong. The Richard Sherman getting all 5 votes from the fans. What do you think, Miyagi?
6 for 6.
Going Sherman as well. Jerry Rice moving on.
Yeah, I don't even understand you people.
We know he's a Frisco guy.
Yeah, enough said.
That's it.
That's
all
it.
it takes.
Yeah.
Richard Sherman's been,
He had about 4 years of frustrating me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the other one.
Jerry Rice a
Yeah, I
lot
hated
more
him.
than 4.
Hated him.
All right, couple more here. The 7-10 matchup in the bottom
Tough one here.
right.
Tough one.
The University of UCLA. That's kind of redundant. UCLA going against the 10 seed Coach Cal from Kentucky. All 5 voters going with the 10 upset with Coach Cal. What do you think?
I'm gonna stick with it.
You be right, Coach Cal. Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
Slimy.
Yes.
Although he took Arkansas over St. John's and destroyed
God,
Legends bracket.
destroyed me,
Yeah.
and then beat the other guy I hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, another football matchup here. The 2 seed T.O. Terrell Owens against the 15 seed Colin Kaepernick. Kaepernick getting 4 out of 5 votes from the voters. Couple of Niners here. Miyagi, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Kaepernick.
Cap is moving on to the next round.
Good move
Yeah.
by you.
Wow.
I think Miyagi kind of understands. It may not just be the sporting part of it. I think he's kind of dialed in there. Good for you.
Starting to read the writing on the wall.
Oh yeah.
That wraps up the first round, folks.
Yeah.
The second round will
A
be
lot of
more.
surprises
Yeah.
for people.
Yeah. Sometimes the allegiance to the teams doesn't necessarily.
Doesn't necessarily
tell the story.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and create the second round, and then release that
There's
on our
probably
going to
be some riots in the streets after this first round. You know,
a lot of
stabbings.
Going to be a lot and seeds moving
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
It's what you like to see in March
This is what you
Madness.
do. You have to play the game to win it.
Mm.
And that's what these lower seeds do.
Yeah, they're leaving everything on the court.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's-
Not holding anything back.
No, be silly to. Sanders finally picked. I love that headline.
Yeah.
Finally.
Finally. All right, Miyagi, let's get to it. Movie time.
Before we get to that, any other movies or anything?
I was watching the Clubhouse. It's a new series on Netflix following the Red Sox
Let's
through
move on.
through last
This is
season.
silly. This is silly. I don't know why you.
I know
brought
it's
that up.
about the Red Sox and you don't care, but
Yeah.
it is really interesting because I like those types of shows
Yeah,
that
just
kind
put
of
me to
give you
sleep.
the
He's still there
behind.
talking about it. I clearly
behind the
said,
scenes.
Let's move on. I mean,
And
I don't care to hear about it.
Jordan James going to the
Talking about
Niners
it.
here.
That's awesome.
But I don't know. I just like seeing the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, me too. I like to
Seeing a
see the
closer
behind the
look.
scenes of turning this part of it off right now and moving on.
Give
Nothing else? You don't watch anything else?
it a shot.
I watch other things, but nothing.
So
really
you
talked
were a
about.
9-9 guy.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told me you're the guy. Two characters on that show I couldn't stand. What?
Let's put one on my list.
What do you mean?
Characters I hate.
Oh,
No, I don't have them. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. And it, but it was the gal, the secretary for.
Yeah.
I didn't understand her purpose,
Yeah.
especially in the first couple of seasons. It made no sense. My God, that was a waste of time.
Mhm.
And then the dude that she was dating and then got engaged to, and then he left and came back. He had the wild hair, the wild eyes. He used to be a detective there.
Oh, with Rosa?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like him either.
Oh my God.
was-
All you did was yell and you said stupid thing. Write that moron out immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was stupid. It was a drag when he was on the screen.
I agree.
Am I wrong?
Nope.
Okay. All right, that's it. But I liked the show a lot more than I thought I would. But then I got too stupid woke, and it bothered me. And I had a hard time going back.
Towards the end of it?
Yes, sir.
I watched it. Yeah, I don't remember it now. A couple years ago at least.
Let me give you a couple examples.
Sure.
One was Terry got pulled over.
Oh.
No, he was walking, I think, maybe, or son. It was a white cop, made it into a profiling thing.
Yeah.
The other one was the marriage between the captain and that dude, but then
Yeah.
they were redoing their vows or whatever it was, and that became way too much for me. Enough. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't need that in my life. I'm very busy. Very, very busy person.
all right.
Okay, let's get to it.
Last of Us Part 2. 2 episodes in. Third episode will be tomorrow evening, I believe.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think the route you should take here is talk about episode 1 of this second season.
I did not like episode 1. I thought it went exactly how I thought it was gonna go, which was slow and set everything up.
Because of the game.
yeah.
Like it was similar. Okay.
Yeah, it was similar to the game. I was very upset with the introduction to Abby. And I don't know why they introduced Abby as Joel was going to die or killing Joel. Like that was her reason for being on the show. And I like cuz in the game you don't know that and you don't find that out till way later. And so I think that it kind of just ruins her character
but
from
see,
the beginning.
he's coming at it a little differently than you and I, unless you played it. Did you play it?
No.
He's coming at it so far differently than me. Like you want it where when Stephen King writes a book, you want the movie to be just like the book.
It doesn't.
Am I wrong?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I just think that like for a twist like what happened in episode 2,
Two, right?
I just don't think you should have ruined it already with letting the audience know who Abby was from the beginning.
Okay. So my problem, because again, I don't know of this game, never heard of it prior to this, and then you guys had to inform me it was off of a game, this movie or show, I should say. I didn't like episode 1 in a season 2 so much as, again, this is coming from a non-game guy, is I liked it when they were traveling. I hate it that they're in a community now. Hate it. I liked it that you watched my back, and I watched your back. We took care of each other. We didn't have to rely on other people. We went from this spot to this spot. We'll go from here to there, but we have each other. The communal thing bothers me, and it's always in these type of zombie type of things. There's always this place that's fortified, right? It's always built up, and then you have guards, and you have this, and I mean, it's like, okay, I've seen this 1,000 times before in other type of movies like this. So it bored the snot out of me. Do you want to say anything about episode 1?
No, that's about right.
Okay, so let's get to episode 2. Now understand, it'll be a week tomorrow. If you haven't watched it and we say what happened in episode 2, I don't give a crap about the spoiler thing.
Yeah.
This is on you. You've had 6 freaking days to
But
watch
if you want
this.
to turn it off now, you want to turn it off.
That's entirely up to you. Well, I'll let you start, Miyagi, because you're coming from the game on this. So you go ahead.
So this episode was, in my eyes, the biggest change from the game in terms of the whole zombie horde attacking the area. That never happens. So for me, I was okay with it. I didn't necessarily love that change because in the game it's Tommy and Joel together.
Dogs here?
And
They're like wolves.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, so in the game it's Tommy and Joel together
That go on the patrol.
that go on patrol, right? And
Tommy, who's Tommy?
Tommy is Joel's brother.
Oh, okay.
He was
The
the
top-
guy holding it down
At the
in
fort.
in the fort.
No,
Yeah,
I know who.
in the
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And then it's it's Ellie and Dina who find Joel. And for me, that change it wasn't, it was all right, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
So let's let out the elephant in a room here. When they find Joel, he's murdered, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was he caught his last breath while she had stormed the room. Now, my problem is you storm the room with the gun out and you see somebody standing over that person that you supposedly love and care for and this and that. Bullets should be coming out of that gun immediately. You don't ask questions at that time. You don't let anybody hit you or anything. You shoot and then they can go ahead and knock you out or whatever. So that was incredibly disappointing to me. Also, his character being killed off, which the youngest has told me there'll be flashbacks, which, by the way, with that being told to me, completely ruins it even more. Then why kill him? Okay? It's stupid as hell. If he's in the show, then leave him in the damn show. Don't do it with flashbacks. I'm not interested in. If there's anything I hate in a movie or a series, it's multiple flashbacks. I understand 1 or 2 to kind of let you know what's going on, but I don't need it from this point on to continue doing that. Should not have tortured him and murdered him and whatever you did to him. Shouldn't have happened then. Keep him alive. It was unnecessary in my opinion. It was shocking that it happened because typically in shows like this, the main characters may die, but it's the last episode. It doesn't happen this far early in it. Unbelievably angry by it because now I have to deal with flashbacks. I know this dude's dead. Why the hell am I getting flashbacks? I don't want to see it. So for me, it was a worthless episode.
That actress was like getting death threats online because like
That's how stupid this is.
that's how silly this is for people. But
Yeah.
like people hated her character so much, which just tells me that she did a really good job.
I think she does a great job as Abby.
Yeah.
And I think the show is going to do the opposite of what the game did for me, which was actually like Abby as a character.
You're going to like Abby?
I feel like I am. Yes.
Well, see, the youngest said this to me. Said, "How did you take that?" I said, "Well, I completely understood it. I mean, I would like one of you guys to revenge my death. You know what I mean? If somebody did that, eye for an eye. Go get them. I have no problem with it, you know? I mean, this is the way I've raised you guys anyways. You don't take any crap. You know, you go to the ends of the earth to exact revenge. Absolutely. I have no problem with that. Did she play it off really well? Yeah. Do I have a problem with her doing what she did? Absolutely not. Do I have a problem that it happened? Well, absolutely. Because it completely ruins the main character in the show. Now you're giving me another main character who was a sub-main character. And I was not a fan of hers. Still not.
Who's that?
That gal, whatever.
Oh, Abby.
No.
Ellie.
Ellie.
Yeah,
Can't
Ellie's gonna be a problem.
Can't stand it. Her character.
I can't stand it either.
Well, here's the other thing. All of a sudden, every other word out of her mouth is profanity. It's so forced.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
yeah.
so forced. It's so forced and phony to me that it's actually taking away from what her character was. I get it. Now she's tougher, but being tougher doesn't mean every other word is a profanity.
She's got a sick arm tat sleeve, too.
Yeah, just I am very worried about the future of the show.
Yeah, I don't stay up at night worrying about this like you do. But you're coming from it from such a different direction than I am. We just got this from Vaha, which I didn't realize he played this obviously also.
In the game, Abby was very unappealing.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the game, or I mean, if you haven't seen anything, you definitely should look up how Abby looks like in the game, because in the show, is no justice. Because Abby is huge in the game.
A dude.
Yeah.
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 Wait, well,
She's jacked.
you showed me pictures that look like a dude.
Cardinals trading a pick to your Cowboys. You're welcome.
All right.
I'm sure we got Dak Prescott in that deal.
Oh, God, I hope so. I hope we got a shopping cart in return.
Put him at QB.
Yes, it'll be better.
Yeah, I think I obviously don't know where the show goes from here because I don't have the backstory. But yeah, when Joel died, I was not happy because one, I like that guy as an actor, and then two, just like a main character being gone, and that was
This early.
Yeah, and that was like the one main character that I liked because I don't really like the other gal.
No, I can't stand her.
I can't either.
I was confused. Oh, I guess before I get to that, it was really, I thought, good on the actors and actresses when they were in that house. You could tell that like the other people in her group, Abby's group,
Uncomfortable.
very uncomfortable, and like they were like, "Oh, I didn't know it was gonna go like this. I thought you were
Well,
just
when
gonna."
she turned around and
kill
said,
him and-
"Shut up" to that other girl,
Yeah,
or I will punch her in the face or punch, I forget what it was,
right in the neck.
or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Who made you in charge here?
Yeah.
I mean,
think
I'm
they were
looking at the
kinda
dude. I'm looking at the tall dude.
Tampa Bay with their first lead.
First lead in a series.
with
It's a game
that.
changer now. Who knows what happens? But you're looking at that dude. I don't know if it's her boyfriend or whatever. Dude, how about you muscle up a little bit and say, this ain't happening the way you want it.
Hey, lady. Did you see that? Went under
Wow.
a skate and deflected
Yeah,
it.
I saw it.
So yeah, that part I thought was like really good like acting just on that sense of like, man, they really look.
Oh, they looked there.
uncomfortable
Yeah,
in here.
they
Like,
all. No, they did a great
this
job.
is not what they signed up for at
Right.
all. They thought they were just
Well,
gonna,
they've said that multiple times.
just kill
this
him
is-
and then get it over with.
Yeah.
But then she
Yeah.
wanted to kind of take the extra liberties.
Which I get. I do get it. You know, like that would be me. I'd keep that person alive for a month. You know what I mean? For a month. Torturing, you know, if you did something to a family member of mine. I get all that. I have no problem with that. I honestly don't have a problem with it. It's that character should not have been eliminated. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
I agree.
It's absurd. It detracts. And by the way, again, I'm going to repeat this. You're going to do these callback things with him in it. It doesn't matter because you know what I know? He dead. You know what I mean?
He go.
You go.
The other thing I thought was odd was just how they let them go.
Well, because you got to forward the story.
Yeah, and that's something maybe I'll find
Wait a
out.
minute,
but
who let him go?
Abby and her group just let the other people leave because you at the end of the episode you see.
Well, no, because Abby leaves first.
No, they
Abby
left.
Yeah.
They left. They just left them in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but I just thought it was odd. Like, I don't know.
But their
I know
mission was
I know,
what?
I know the mission was to get rid of Joel.
Yeah.
But then
Now you have witnesses.
you have witnesses, and
And then the one witness said,
they saw
I will spend the rest of my life coming down to kill you.
they saw a whole town of people,
Yeah.
so they know there's more there.
Yeah.
And I get like, yeah, maybe you'll leave and they'll never be able to find you, but still, like, I don't know. That to me was a little odd.
Yeah, what plane do you get on to go find him, or a car, or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah.
You know.
So
No,
I'm interested to see how it goes because I don't know anything, so I don't know how Abby's gonna continue to play in the story.
But I'm
how
telling
she-
you, just listen to Miyagi
yeah,
and the youngest.
she's gonna be around.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they just left.
I understand that.
I don't know. What's the
But
whole
it's
point?
gonna be this big-eyed gal chasing after her.
Big-eyed,
Yeah,
big-headed,
big-eye. I mean, it's just
big forehead.
bizarre looking.
Yeah, yeah. Not a fan of hers. Really.
No.
No.
I'm not either. It's really disappointing.
All right.
I mean, who the hell did she know to get that part?
Yeah.
You telling me there wasn't anybody really good looking to get that part? What? No, what are we doing now? Okay, move on.
All right. Top 5. Top 5 TV characters you hate. You got your list, Miyagi?
Yeah. So my number one, obviously,
Ooh, obviously.
Joffrey Baratheon. I hated that kid. That kid played his role
Game of
so well.
Thrones.
Oh, you got to help me. You
Oh,
can't just say that. Never seen it. You got to tell me what the movie or the show. I mean, the show is
Oh.
from. You can't just say that.
My bad. Yeah, he's from Game of Thrones. He's a kid, and he played the role so well that, like, honestly, if I saw him in the street, I'd punch him in the face because that's how much I hate.
So you'd be those people that send death threats to
I
Abby?
would, I'm not gonna. I'm not doing that. But like,
No,
I'm
but I
just
mean,
saying-
like-
I'm just saying he did a great job.
Right. But you can't
his character.
separate it?
No, I can. I'm just
Okay.
saying. I'm like.
So you're hating a character for a different reason than I'm going to hate a
Oh.
character.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're hating a character because the character was so damn good. You know, like you take Hannibal Lecter, right, from Silence of the Lamb. The guy, excuse me, the guy was phenomenal in the 7.5 minutes he was in that movie. You can't but hate him. But that's not my hate part of the how I'm doing it
No.
in the top 5.
I was
hate it for
looking at it from
different
the way
reasons.
I was looking at it from the way Miyagi was.
Okay, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you guys.
All right.
my second one I have is Jamie Dutton from Yellowstone. He's just a bitch. He's a whiny little bitch. That's all.
Okay. All right.
That's really.
That's
it.
a good reason. Yeah.
My next one is the guy who kills Glenn in The Walking Dead. That's the reason why I stopped.
You're into the zombie stuff.
Well, for Walking Dead I was,
Yeah.
and then Glenn dies.
That's
and
it.
then that
You're
was
out.
it. I was
I'm
done,
out.
and I've never
Did
watched.
they ever try to bring him back?
I don't think so because I've
Oh.
never watched another
Okay.
another Walking Dead again.
Okay.
And then I only have 4, so this is my
That's
last one. My last one's gonna be Ellie in The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Right now she's just.
But see, now he changed on how he's looking at it, though. Not because the role she's playing is so good. He just can't stand.
Yeah.
I don't even hate the character. I hate the actress playing the character.
Yeah, which
That's
makes,
how much
which
I
makes me
hate.
hate her.
Yeah, how much I hate that freaking whatever. Benj? He came up with the top 5 and only had 4. Let's see what you got. That to me is the greatest thing in the world. That will be the top 5 greatest top 5s.
Haas has got a lot on that
It
list.
sure does.
My number 1 is also going to be King Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Not a fan of his at all. Did not like him.
Okay.
Not at all.
Because he was so good.
Sure, the
Okay.
actor did a good job. The character, we're not talking about the actors. We're talking about the characters.
I know the character did such a good because
No.
my wife was watching a movie with me and she goes, "Man, I just hate that person." I said, "Well, understand that person should get an Academy Award because you're making what they're doing so realistic that you despise the person."
Yeah, you're proving my point.
Yeah, go on.
Don't like the character.
Yeah.
Actor did a good job.
Okay.
Character, no good job. Number 2,
No good
Cersei.
job.
Cersei from Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
Did not like her at all.
Mm-hmm.
She was doing stuff with her brother too.
Oh, that's
Weirdo.
not- I don't like
Yeah,
that.
I don't like it.
No.
Number 3, Daniel Hardman from Suits. Absolute slimeball scumbag person on that show.
Mm-hmm. Is that the balding guy, the fattish guy?
Yeah.
He's like the Irish guy, isn't it, or something?
He's always getting
Uh,
into a fight with the main guy.
He was the other boss with Jessica Pearson when they were together,
He had
and
the
then
teeth.
he got in trouble. So then he got booted, and then he tried to come back, and he was just
I stopped watching it, so I can't remember
could
any of them.
not stand him. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Michael B. Jordan's character in Friday Night Lights. Just a little puss boy. Just a little
Wait a
puss
minute, isn't
boy.
that a movie?
It's a TV show too.
Oh, okay.
But Michael B. Jordan, just like, bro, come on now. Stop trying to act like a tough guy. You're not. You're not a tough guy.
Okay.
And then the other one from Friday Night Lights, J.D. McCoy, he was just a douchebag. Like, he was like the jock douchebag from a high school. Like, he just, yeah, it was a perfect little part. It just reminded you of people you might know, you know?
Okay.
Just like a, yeah, cocky douche.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine would be that Ellie.
She's an honorable mention for me, for sure.
Even
yeah.
the actress that plays. I don't want anything to do with either one of you. You guys are driving me crazy.
Something about
From-
her face.
Yeah, something about her face. From the 9-9, that gal, whatever the secretary is,
Yeah.
Gina.
Is that her name?
Just
Yeah.
frustrating. Just it took away from just forget. And then that other dude that was in a show that Rosa
Yeah,
dating Rosa. I don't remember. It just you destroyed. Whenever you're on TV, you're destroying it. I'm trying to think of like on Seinfeld or Cheers, you know, mainstays for me, like these characters, but all of them, even Newman, right? Even Newman was phenomenal. The character was phenomenal. What are you looking at? Fighting?
Well, you got
Yeah.
brawls going
Oh,
on
yeah, I
here
like
in
that.
Florida.
Yeah.
Why do the refs try and break these up, man? Let the boys play.
Well, to be more, they're linesmen, not refs, but you know, I don't, you know, who am I to?
Referees,
Who am I
get
to?
out of here.
And of course, look who's there.
To Chuck.
There was a show, MASH, well before you guys were around.
One of my father's favorite shows.
Okay, so there was this in their tent. It was the.
A little bit of round 2 here.
Are we going again? Little chokehold there.
Nice.
See, Hedman right now,
Oh.
because he got
Down to the ice. You got to break it up.
he
there.
got raked with the glove around the neck. He should just be punching that guy right in the face. It should. Here we go. This is what I
Man,
want.
this is a.
There we go. Let it go.
He's got a glove on, though. I thought you weren't supposed to punch with gloves.
Oh, you can. But
Oh,
when the
really?
fight starts, because right now it's not a fight.
Oh, it's a scrum.
You're not in a fight. So when you get set, when you move away from each other, you drop them, then you start
Oh,
throwing.
okay.
Right now, you're just trying to take some cheap shots because you know the linesman is in
It looks like
between you.
they're mulling over a fight.
A lot of mulling today.
Yeah.
A lot of mulling. I can't remember the character's name, but there was 2 of them. The early on one that stayed in their tent with them. He's just he was involved with the main nurse. He just frustrated me. That character was too much of a. He wasn't a dude. You know what I mean? Be a dude. You know, you're talking about Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, be a dude, right? And you're not a dude. So I'm a little disappointed. I did not come up with like 20 of them like I know I could, but I had so much going on since this was sent to me that I have not been able to do the research on it. But there are hundreds, I'm sure, that I hate that I am missing right now from all these shows. That my thing was different than yours. It's not that their character was so good. It's they were so annoying. The character was so annoying. It brought nothing to the show other than upsetting me. And don't upset me because I'll put you in a hate bracket.
That's true. Yeah. Got to watch out.
Yeah, you don't want that done. So did they go into his into their goalie? Is that what was their contact? Is that
Must
why?
have been.
Okay, because yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, you don't do that.
That's a absolute no.
That's all I got really.
Yeah,
Anything else to add?
that was a good show.
Yeah. Enjoyed it.
And we were able to watch the hockey and watch the draft and not upset CGOC.
How about that?
So that was good. I'm assuming we didn't.
Big props to us.
Yeah, I'm assuming we didn't. We did get to see live Sanders finally get selected in the 28th round.
Yeah.
So he's going to
a top tier franchise.
top tier franchise who always drafts the right quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, always making the right decision at that position.
They like to keep guys around for a while there.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
if you get drafted as a QB in Cleveland, you know you're going to have at least a 1-year career with them. At
Yeah.
least a year.
More like 8 games.
Yes.
That QB room is just wild to me. You got Gabriel Shador, Deshaun Watson,
That
Kenny
in itself.
Kenny
That in
Pickett,
itself.
and Joe Flacco.
Wow.
Who's the only pro there?
Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just like,
And he's 48 years old.
how many QBs do they keep on a roster? 3, usually? 2?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
2 to
3.
3?
Yeah. 3, right?
Well, 2 and then 3rd year emergency, but they don't like sign or whatever, or they're not.
Like
Dress
practice
or whatever,
squad or
yeah.
something. So who do they keep out of those 5? You're paying Deshaun Watson $1 bajillion.
Well, Flacco.
Well, you can cut him, right? You've already paid him the guaranteed stuff. You don't have to pay the
Yeah.
rest of the contract, right? By
Yeah.
cutting him. So you can save there, which is what?
Onga makes a great point. Cleveland should get Hard Knocks this year. That would be gold.
That would be gold. Yeah. That forget anything else
Just
except
show
QB
how
room.
dysfunctional.
just show the
that's
QB
gonna
room.
be.
Just
Yeah.
show that room.
Yeah.
So you can get rid of him. You can get rid of Flacco because he's too old, right?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
He's also probably given them the best chance to win. over
Oh,
the last couple
absolutely.
years.
Yeah. Pickett.
Hasn't shown much in his time that he's played, but at least he's been in the NFL.
Right.
According to Onga, Watson, $100 million cap hit. Yeesh.
Wow.
That's tough. Not good, Bob.
No.
Not good.
You know that Dak Prescott deal was stupid? This one seems a lot more stupid.
Yeah.
Because you
Oh.
didn't have
Oh, they're
the-
going at it again. Hey, these Florida boys angry.
but you got to let them fight.
Yeah, let them get it out of their
Yeah,
system.
they got it. You got to let them throw, and then you can get control of it.
They're skating around fully torqued right now.
Oh, that little shove in the back.
Yeah.
I felt like you think you won something by doing that to me. I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn around and I'm gonna gut you like a fish. Do you understand?
You're just poking the bear.
Oh my God, you are gonna pay for that.
Yeah. It's all right. They're going to cool off their tempers going to the locker rooms here into the second period.
Yeah. They're sharpening their sticks. Is what they're doing. Is what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Rate the show, Miyagi. What do you think?
I'm gonna go a solid 9.5. Strictly for the burrito too.
Oh,
With
by
burritos
the
in
way,
mind.
I would be remiss not to mention. Bench brought some breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
He brought some really good burritos. Oh, look, Mrs. Legend's coming up looking at the imaginary watch. Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was bringing sweet treats or something. No.
She just got home.
Oh.
Oh, she says it's downstairs. Oh.
I love that lady.
So do I. I'm a little disappointed. Thank you for the burritos.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that.
Went to the gym, was hungry. So I
Yeah, no,
figured
you
I'd
did the right
hook
thing.
everyone out,
You go to the gym every Saturday before you come here. Miyagi, I'm a little disappointed in your scoring by saying it's a solid 9.5. Go ahead, man.
I'm going to go 9.8. Thought it was a good show.
Yeah.
Good conversation, both on the sports and the other things, movie time, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The hate bracket.
Right.
Very
I'm
good
gonna go
updates there.
9.9 because of hate bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go not a 10 because of what that burrito has done to me and what I'm gonna be doing when you guys leave.
And your plumbing. Yeah.
Yes. What you did to my toilet also. Well, actually, to the youngest's toilet is bad news.
I'm lucky there was a toilet upstairs. Don't know if I would have made it downstairs.
Yeah.
It was like a freight train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Total diarrhea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The entire thing was diarrhea. Now, is it typical when you eat this, or was it a salsa that added to it?
No, I think more so than anything, it's when I have that my caffeine in the morning and then have a meal right after that. Yeah, that usually leads to some
Yeah.
fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks. I love that. Yeah.
But yeah. All right.
All right, so 9.5, 9.8, 9.9. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Good show.
Typical for you.
That hate bracket was great.
Yeah. Can't wait for the second round.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you all for listening. Those on YouTube Live with us, thank you for tuning in and contributing in the chat. We love to see it. Follow us on our YouTube channel, Balls Out Sports Talk. You can see our videos on our live tab there. You got to go to the live tab to see the streams. Baja says worse than hearing the chewing.
Your diarrhea?
The caca? Okay.
Yeah, Vaha's not a fan of when we're eating and doing the show.
It sounds like jealousy to me. That's all. As youngest does.
Yeah.
Follow us on our podcasts, whether it's Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Wait,
You
what's
can
the
find
other
us
one
on
we just
there.
found out today?
iHeartRadio, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it works. You can try it, but and yeah, our Twitter @BallsOutSports. Remember, the Twitter page is where you'll see the hate bracket, which I will update so you can see just the overall view of the bracket, as well as the voting form where you can go and place your votes. The more votes, the better. Gives us a better idea of our audience and where we're at, and
Can I ask a question?
how adjusted they are to Legends thinking. Yeah.
So Sanders dances with his brother Shiloh after being selected in the 5th round by the Browns. Do you do that when you are a potential number 1 overall pick, or at least the number 1 QB picked? Do you do that when you've slid that far down? Or are you just happy that somebody got you? I'm going to go to you, Miyagi, first.
I'm going to go, yeah, you're happy that somebody selected you.
But you're still
After-
dancing, though?
Because you probably go through, I might not get drafted after
But you're still dancing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
to know that it finally happened.
Okay.
I'm
No-
not dancing. I'm going to
No.
the weight room right after, so I'm getting to work.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Turn
be a
on some
little
tape.
more. I'm gonna be a little more humble and less.
Yeah.
That. Wow.
I'm texting Myles Garrett and saying, "Can you give me some money?" Because I didn't get my first round deal,
Right.
and I've
Yeah,
got a
I know. And I
large
know you got a ton.
budget. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Tough scene.
Damn.
We'll see how it plays out.
Yes.
Bold strategy, Cotton. See how it plays out for him.
What's that other line he uses? Clean.
Good, clean family fun. Just ladies in bikinis dancing.
And they're all gorgeous, man. Oh, I mean, all of them.
Dodgeball. What a movie.
I wish they had two.
You know, my wife watched that Barbie movie last night. Yeah, she said it was not that good. I said I could have told you that.
Yeah. Why would you even attempt?
I was playing video games or whatever, so I wasn't gonna watch something with her. She was in the same room, but she was like, "What's something that you would never watch with me?" And she scrolled past that, and she was like, "What about that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll never
Never.
watch that with you. So
Yeah.
go for it."
Yeah.
She chuckled a few times, laughed a few times, but overall, she's like, "Yeah, not very good." I said, "Yeah."
The only thing that's good about that movie is what's her name, and she is absolutely gorgeous.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing appealing.
Yeah. Who is that on the right there, Miyagi? Is that John Lynch? Oh, Joe Schoen. CGOC's senior VP and GM. All right. That does it for us. Thanks for listening. For
We have desserts downstairs.
Miyagi, legend, I am Bench. You've been listening to Balls Out Sports Talk, and as always,
Tell a friend.
Ball. What the hell?
press
Come
the wrong,
on!
press the wrong button. Happens to the best of us. I was moving too quick. What's for dessert?
Ooh, how they give you heat. Baby, how they give you